out of apartment 5B.
You're now tuned into the Apartment 5B podcast, where we chop it up about hip-hop, R&B, sports, love and life. Hosted by Kill.
What's good? You are to an Apartment 5B podcast hosted by your man Kill. I got my squad with me in effect as always. The R&B guru, youngest in charge. JR, what's going on, bro?
What's up? What's going on?
Everything is great, good brother. Nothing to complain about. My brother Kel from Queens was good, bro.
Good to be back. It's been a minute.
Yo, let me just take a minute to say, man, your t-shirt game, people talk about my low game, which is fucking incredible, I must say.
Thank you for saying it,
but
thank you.
Your t-shirt game, bro, is on a whole nother level of dopeness. This nigga has the Power Play studio joint. And usually you're the record label dude. Now this nigga's getting in the studios. And you got that shit in Knicks colors, man. Come on.
That's right.
I'm glad you think that.
Come on.
That's right.
That's what kind of threw me. I'm like, this nigga is fucking. Do you own Power Play that you got him to put the shit in Knicks colors? This nigga, man. I tell you. Rec 1, what's going on, good brother?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm chilling. I got some tequila. I got some lemonade. I'm excited for tonight's show.
All right, just stay sober, nigga. This is not Drink Champs.
I'm good.
I need you sober, okay? So let's keep
kind of weak.
I'm with you, man.
Brother, I understand. Bro, out of Philadelphia, what's good, bro?
What's good? Happy to be here as always. I'm drinking coffee,
right.
So
I feel you, man. I feel you on that, man. I feel you on that. Burn out the ATL. I was just with him last week, chopping it up. Pop-up shop. What's going on, bro? You muted, bro.
I said, glad to be here, man. Enjoyed you and your fam, man. I just, y'all just a bad influence.
Hey, bro. I didn't do it, man. Me and they ain't even buy no records. We just brought posters, man. We just brought posters. You brought all the records, my nigga. So that ain't us for once. Yo, the first time, and I'm not even gonna intro this nigga the real intro. This nigga get the real intro later on in the show when I talk about one of these memories. This is my man Chad up here, Jersey's finest. What's going on, bro?
All good, man. Happy to be here, man. Good to reconnect with my brothers, two of my brothers up here. Just so you know, Rec, I'm up here with, we're on the same type of time right now.
But we gonna get all into this.
We outside.
We gonna get back into this nigga later on in the show. Look, this is what we chopping up about this week. I was with Naomi, and the dopest thing I love about Nay is she's always like, Daddy, this song reminds me of when we was in Philly, or this song reminds me of when I was with Granny, or this song reminds me of this. And it just reminds me, I've always looked at music like it's a time machine. Like, if I hear anything off of I'll Be Sure's in Effect Mode, it takes me right back to 1988, freshman year, Lincoln Hall High School in Philly. I'm thinking about who I was dating. I'm thinking about who I was running with. So just certain songs just take you back. To me, music is the closest thing we have to a time machine. You know what I mean? Like, just certain songs just take you back to a certain place. So that's what we're going to be chopping up about today. Just songs, dope times in your life, and what was the soundtrack that was playing. And it could be any genre of music. So this is nobody, for all my hip hop niggas, don't tune us out, because this is a great time to get game on songs you may not known about, different genres. We just talked about last week during the Run DMC show how this new generation only listens to one thing. They only listen to this, and they don't have the wide gambit that people in our age range had, because again, like I always say, we were kidnapped. We had to listen to other people's music. There was one stereo in the house, and 90% of the time, we did not run that motherfucker. Like, it was ran by other people, so you were kidnapped and you had to listen to what everybody else was listening to. So it's definitely gonna be a dope show. So that's what we're gonna be talking about. Shout out to my co-host Portia, who's not here today. I usually do ladies first. I'm gonna start tonight. and go into an introduction of my brother Chad over here. So one of the dopest memories I have is freshman year at Morgan State University. It's 1992. I mean, it's the first time away from home. You gotta realize people my age and coming in at that time, we grew up on school days. We grew up on a different world. So finally being able to be on an HBCU, historically black college campus, Baltimore, Maryland, was incredible. I mean, I'm talking about we came in 92. We're looking at 31 years later. And two of the brothers who I met freshman year are right there, Kel and my man Chad. Now, the funny thing about Chad is me and Chad lived in the same dorm, Baldwin Hall. That shit was like the suburbs. Kel was in the projects down there in O'Connell. That nigga lived in the projects. But, you know, me and Chad lived in Baldwin, and so many of my memories from freshman year especially is with him. And the funny thing was, you know how it happens, you graduate, you know, you kind of lose touch, social media isn't around, but then you get on Facebook and you start getting all these people coming back in your life. And the number one question, I word is bond of Jesus, I'm not embellishing this at all. The number one question I hear all the time is, have you heard from Chad? Where's Chad? Where's Chad? Like, Kel will tell you, that's like, where's Chad? It's like, yo, you scouring Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, where is this nigga Chad? I've not seen this nigga in 30 fucking years. You know what I mean? Right. And the funniest thing is when I'm on Twitter, I'm not paying attention to shit. I'm not paying attention to profile pics and none of that shit. And Chad, what were we talking about?
It was
you said something like my man Bill had that tape.
It was Method Man. It was something protect your neck. It was about the cow. Take out, right? Because he was the one that loved the cow.
He said my man Bill had it at Morgan. So I'm like, again, I'm not looking at the profile pic, not looking at the name. I'm just like, nigga, you went to Morgan? Like, Bill, you talking about Bill from Jersey, Bill? He's like, nigga, kill is me. It's Chad. I'm like, nigga, fucking DM me right now, nigga. We've been fucking looking for you for 30 goddamn years.
Like, y'all know his followers got a comment in it. You know, his followers got a comment in it. Kill low-key famous.
He said it so matter of fact, like, kill it's me. And I'm like, nigga, you said like it's me, like we haven't been looking for you for 30 years, nigga. Like this nigga is the Loch Ness monster. It's like finding a record you've been looking for 30 years. So again, that was the intro I wanted to give him, because that is how much I have missed this brother, that somebody can have an effect on your life from 30 years ago. And 30 years later, not only me, but almost damn near everybody, Kel will tell you, in our cruise at Morgan was always like, where's Chad? And nobody ever fucking had an answer, except Mike. I'm sorry. One day Mike FaceTimed me because he was with you, and I was salty. Right. But I say all that to say, I'm going to do two things. Number one is Redman's What the Album. That album takes me back to freshman year. I don't care what I'm playing with. Time for some action. Tonight's the night. Whatever, rated R, watching Nuggets, whatever comes on takes me back to freshman year at Morgan State and will always instantly remind me of this dude right there, Chad and Kel. The other thing, and Chad reminded me today, because I was talking about Ron G mixtapes and the Something in the Way You Make Me Feel thing, and Chad brought up my man K Polo, who was the OG. He was the one who really got me on polo. This nigga had polo everything. It was polo umbrellas, polo side, polo everything. Like, I don't think he ever repeated anything for like 4 goddamn years of college. But
he was the first dude that I know that had an umbrella.
Right, that there was a polo umbrella, right? Like I didn't even know that shit existed. But the Ron G blend of Stephanie Mills, Something in the Way You Make Me Feel with Impeach the President. I mean, that was the first time I had heard blend tapes like that before. Being from Philly, we didn't have it, or if we did, it didn't get to me. And my head exploded. It was like, yo, how the hell is Stephanie Mills singing over Impeach the President? And my man was like, well, that's a Ron G tape. And that right there just set me on my mixtape, hunt. And it was so funny. I was telling a story on Twitter. I probably had over 200 mixtapes from 92 to 97 in my mother's basement in 2 Timberland boxes. My mother was getting the basement redone, and she calls me frantic, like so frantic I thought something happened. And I'm like, what happened? So shooting on the block, what happened? She was like, yo, kid, you're going to kill me. I'm like, yo, what happened? She was like, yo, we getting the basement redone. I told the handyman just throw everything away down there, and he threw away your mixtapes. And I was like, you know what? Don't even stress it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm old. Nigga, 20 years ago, I may have been like, fuck. But, nigga, here's the thing. Here's where I'm at in my life at 49. I take responsibility for myself. Nigga, I got a house. Why is my shit at your house? My shit should have been in my house, and it wouldn't have been going. So I'm storing shit in your house for free for 20 years. I can't get mad at that. And then number two, nigga, you helped pay for college. So I wouldn't have had these mixtapes without you. So how can I really get mad at you for fucking, throwing them away? And, I wouldn't even have them if I wasn't for you. But so that's it. Ron G's blend tapes. Redman's with the album takes me back to freshman year at Morgan. Some of the dopest times in my life. JR, what about you? What is memory and what was the soundtrack to?
All right, quick question. So, Kill, you was like the dopest times in our life, right? In the memory, right?
Yeah, and it doesn't have to be the dopest. It could just be a time in your life, and just
okay. All right. Mine is gonna be my favorite memory of my life is going to the Motown Museum.
Okay.
That. So when I walked out of the car, they were playing the Four Times Baby I Need Your Lovin'. And it took me back to when I fell in love with Motown. So as a kid, when I was like 5 years old, my mom let me read Mary Wilson's book. And it took me back there when she started talking about how to do it.
Hey, hold on.
We do a 20-second time out for just one fucking minute.
Right.
Nigga. 5-year-old, you don't even know how to fucking tell time yet. Now, I know you a fucking genius, nigga, but damn, nigga, you read Mary Wilson's book at 5 years old?
I said this on the episode before.
Well, you can say it 5 more times and I'm gonna stop you because it's like, nigga, I work with you.
She read it with me though. That's what it was.
Niggas don't read books like Look at Time Walk.
And you
Time
wonder
Walk.
why I know a lot.
See Dog Run. This
Right, see,
nigga.
like reading Mary Wilson. When I met Russell, I'm like, nigga, like, okay, I know you're a genius. I know. All right.
No, but yeah, so when they played it now, every time I think about that song, I think about that, and then now going to Motown, I will always think about Baby I Need Your Love, and walking out of the car, walking in there, and just the label that y'all all know that I love. It's just, that's, anytime I hear that record, it's a moment for me. So just hearing that and walking into my favorite label all the time was just the best thing for me.
That's extremely dope, man. That's extremely dope. One of my homeboys actually is a curator for the Motown Museum. So yeah.
Oh, word?
Yeah, he curates at different museums, and that's one of them. So
wow.
Yeah, very dope. I gotta get out there. Kelv, Knicks tied 1-1 with Cleveland.
So we're gonna tear it up tomorrow, though. So we'll be up 2-1 next tomorrow.
Word.
All right, that's what it is. Give me a memory, bro, and I'm sure it'll probably have something to do with the Knicks. So, and what was playing?
Actually, you know what? I don't have any Knicks. None of my memories were on the Knicks.
Me neither.
Okay.
And only 2 of them got to do
It's all trauma.
3. True, you're right. I don't remember none of that stuff. You're right. I'm gonna start in from when I'm a kid, 1983. Secret Weapon Must Be the Music.
Wow.
We as a kid, like you said, going to grow up in the hood, we didn't really go to see like that. I'm 9 years old too. Of course, we went to the family.
Yeah, niggas dancing now.
Yo,
man,
that's
my
That's a banger, yo. What?
The Disney World.
Yeah.
And that was
now, Calvin, again, for young folk watching, not just young folk, but for people watching, name of the group, name of the song.
Secret Weapon Must Be the Music.
All right. Trust me, folk, if you haven't heard it, YouTube it, whatever, trust me, it's a bang. It's certified.
But yeah, just hearing that, I don't know, just the feel, I think the bus trip and all that stuff just kind of vibe to every time I hear it down, I'm like, I just think back to that memory. Even though it was 22 hours in a bus, it was still fun.
Right. That's what it is. That's what it is, bro. That's what it is. Chad, what about you, man? What's your first dope memory and what was the soundtrack to it?
So, I went on a cruise like 8th grade, right? So I didn't go to 8th grade graduation, right? It's also a whole crazy situation. My mother passed on, right?
Oh,
so
I'm sorry.
I had one of them mother-father relationships that ain't really rock, right? So my father was the speaker at the 8th grade graduation. So my mother was like, nah, we good. We gotta go on the cruise. You ain't gonna be at your 8th grade graduation. so my pops is speaking and I'm in St. Martin on the boat. But so the Lakers won the chip that year. right?
Okay,
So
88. Yep, against the Pistons.
Right,
Yep.
right. So we both docked. We both docked in St. Martin at the same time. So I took pictures with Magic Johnson and Byron Scott,
Oh.
you know, on this cruise, right? So that was my I'm a light skin out, right? That was my Albie Shaw move, right? So on the cruise they had a talent show, and I did Albie Shaw Off on Your Own Girl.
Yo, I need footage.
Oh,
I
no.
need footage. I need footage.
And I
bro.
won.
Is there footage of it?
Hey, did
Right, bro.
Did your mom get her mascara painted?
Yo, hold up.
Unibrow, you.
It may have been natural at the time, you know. My thing's growing crazy sometimes. But the first place prize was a Walkman, but not one of the good ones, right? It was one of the rest. You had to be really broke to get the ones with no rewind button. It just had fast forward. So you had to turn the tape over to rewind.
Yo, I had never seen a Walkman that you could only. I thought you was gonna say it didn't have auto reverse yet.
Yeah. See, that's how you know you're from the trenches if you even heard of that.
Yeah, I remember.
Like, I was like,
yeah.
right, but it was like,
said
then I
you
was like,
only
man,
fast
come on, we
forward.
on the cruise, and like, I can't get a rewind button on the cruise. Yeah.
So you did Off on Your Own. Was you doing the dances too with the Albie Shore? You could just stand.
Bro, Rap Kill, I bodied it.
I can believe it, bro. I could believe it. I could believe it, man. I could believe it. I did the and all that. I was telling niggas the other day about this CD. It doesn't get talked about enough.
Man.
I'll be sure. In effect mode,
man.
5 mics. Every song on here is classic from beginning to end, man. This is probably to me, if we just doing like from 80 to 80s and the 90s for that 20-year decade, this is definitely a top 10 album for me for that 20-year decade. So if y'all haven't heard this, please, I would not steer you wrong. Check out Albie Shore, man. And then you can see looking right next to Chad, you know, the light skin thing is going on right there. So you know, it's happening. And he got the curly fro now too. When I knew him, he ain't had a curly fro. So
No, that was
see the Albie Shore.
You know, I was an interesting freshman.
Yo, man, that's hilarious, man. I need footage of that because I know somebody got it. Somebody got some footage of that somewhere. They had the video.
They're gonna end up in that river.
Yo, the funny thing you brought about a Walkman. It's funny you said that because in 8th grade for my graduation, was it 8th grade? No, my bad. It was my 4th grade graduation of middle school. My dad got me a Walkman, and it stopped working. And I was so scared to tell my dad because my dad was just mean. Like, you know what I mean? And I was like, yo, I broke the Walkman. Like, my mom told me the story once. I slammed my hand in the door at a 7-Eleven, and I held the pain in for 10 minutes until he dropped me back off at my mom's house. And as soon as I walked in the house, I just bust out crying. And they're like, yo, what's wrong with you? I'm like, yo, I slammed my hand in the door. And they was like, you just held it for fucking 10 minutes? And I was like, yeah, like, because my pop would have been one of them people who would have been like, nigga, you did what you do wrong. Like, you know what I mean? He would have been like, oh my God, you okay? So, like that. So I'm shit scared of my dad. So I'm not using this Walkman, but my mom knows I love music. She's like, where's your Walkman? I don't feel like it. Come to find out the batteries just died. I had no idea that the battery in the Walkman could die. So I'm like I broke the Walkman. It just needed batteries. You know what I mean? But just all dads out there, be nice to y'all kids, man. Don't have a kid that's that scared of you that, you know, they want to hold in, slamming their hand in the door for 10 minutes. So that takes skills too. That really took some skills to not cry for 10 minutes. Vern, what's up with you, good brother? What's your dope memory and what you listening to?
All right, so I'm gonna take y'all down a journey through my life from elementary school to marriage.
Right.
I'm gonna have to be Jodeci a little bit because I got.
I already knew. I already gonna say. I already know I got one Jodeci nigga on. The other one ain't here, so you gonna take all his spots.
Oh boy.
Yeah. All right, so first grade, 1979, Miss Averett's class. Had a crush on this chick, Leah Thornton. Shout out to you, Leah. We
funny because you can remember your first grade crush. I mean, it's just part of the game.
Yeah. So we were going on a like a field trip. I want to say we were going to the high school, the drama class or whatever did stuff. So they were doing the Wiz. So I can remember us being in the classroom and the desk being circled around or whatever. And Michael Jackson's "Rock With You" was on, man. And whenever I hear that song, I think about Leah, but I also think about my man Big C, because I don't know what he was trying to do, but you know, we all had remember the little milk cartons that you had in elementary school?
Yeah.
This nigga drunk like 6 of them. I don't know why. I remember,
y'all on one tonight. For real.
He was trying to impress somebody, but
by drinking 6 cartons of milk.
Hey, but he called Earl and was throwing up in the corner. So all that tied in to Michael Jackson's "Rock With You." So that's my first one. Yeah.
Okay. All right. We giving shout outs and niggas throwing up in the corner of the lunchroom. To Mike's "Rock With You," man. Okay. Ralph, what you got, man?
I hate to take the show in this direction, but I kind of told him.
Just take it. Just take it. I don't even want to know what direction we're going in. I've heard about your Mobb Deep story, so I don't know if we.
This is a Mobb Deep story. This is a Mobb Deep story. All right, so freshman year, college. You know what I mean? I went to Coppin. You know what I'm saying? So freshman year, you're right. I'm kind of like.
Wait, hold on. How did they say? So you went out Coppin, yo? You went out.
North Avenue.
North Avenue. Yo, can you talk with y'all basketball coach Juan Dixon? Well, your ex-basketball coach.
Oh, he lost again?
Yeah, he lost the fucking game. People out there getting raped on this damn watch, man.
They got some weird stuff going on.
Heard about that.
Yeah. Real weird. Look, man, I'm far removed. You know what I mean? But so you know, freshman year, coming out of high school, I was actually in a summer program up there. Like I was there a little early, and there was some upperclassmen there that were like staying there or whatever, and you know, some of the girls, I was just kind of like grown women, I'm just kind of like stuck, you know what I mean? So we all remember our first piece, right? So yeah, mine happened that summer with a girl. She was a senior. She was bad. You know what I'm saying? And like,
what's her name? Because if Vern can remember his first grade crush, I know you can remember her name.
Her name was Alicia.
All right, I don't want to. This should be.
Her name was Alicia. Yeah. She was a Guyanese John, man. She was bad, and so here's the problem, though, man.
I'm trying to keep up with where the story is going because now I'm a little
confused. It's going downhill.
It's going downhill, Kill. It's
he told us before.
Here's the problem. You know how like you might put on like some R&B or like something smooth, like when you know what I mean. Well,
for your first time,
I was in my room listening to The Infamous at the time, and when she walked in, and let's just say give up the goods got meaning.
Temperature rising.
Yeah, temperature rising. Yeah, and it got hectic.
And Shorty didn't say like, "Nigga, can you?"
No, that's the yo, man.
Guyanese, they down for whatever.
Yo, she had no problem. I was listening to the Infamous, like in my room when she walked in, and you know we was talking, and then it went down, and that was a soundtrack to that.
Okay. Well, hey, I know whenever we vote about Mobb Deep, the Infamous will be your vote. there is no murder music or hell on earth. Is your answer is gonna be the Infamous?
Yeah.
Hey, what's MOP's best album? The Infamous. What about the Infamous? The best album of all time. Nigga. What's your favorite Run DMC album? Nigga, the Infamous. Nigga, I told you what the fuck the album is. Nigga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Yeah. That's cool. That's great.
Only me.
Okay. All right. I'll tell you a funny story about Coppin. Freshman year, I'm with Osei, like, yo, nigga, we going to Coppin. I had on my leather jacket. I was like, well, let me change my jacket because we may get robbed tonight, so I don't want to lose this leather. So, let me put this one back and take something else over there on the west side of Baltimore. Rack, what you got for your first joint, bro?
So, I'm going to take it all the way back to probably the first time I understood what music was. I'm about 3. It's my first time in New York. Musical Youth, past the Dutchie. My mom used to play this shit like it was air. You know, my father is Jamaican, and I guess my father's influence did something to my mother, because to this day, my mother loves fucking reggae, Jamaican influence, anything you can think of. And I just remember being a small kid just vibing to that joint, man. I play that shit to this day, and it just takes me back to Queens, man.
That's dope.
So that is my joint, man. Musical Youth, past the Dutchie, on the left-hand side. Not the right, but the left-hand side. Left-hand side. Shout out to 420.
That's dope. Next joint I got up, sophomore. This is the summer between freshman and sophomore year. I've always told stories every summer from first grade to ninth grade I spent in Brooklyn, New York. And I came back early and I was like, yo, mom, I need to get a job. She was like, well, nigga, you ain't gonna get no job because it's June. Like, niggas already got these summer jobs or whatever like that. Anything y'all ever know about me, please tell me I can't do some shit. Please tell me. I beg of you. I love it when people tell me I can't do something. That's gonna motivate me more than anything in my life. So I'm like, oh, word, I can't get a job? Bet. Went downtown, got a fucking job, got hired at the spot at Foot Locker. You know what I mean? Of all places. Now, again, I tell people, it's 1989. Foot Locker is the closest retail job you can have to being a drug dealer and still be cool as shit that you can have.
It was the job.
It was. The job was so dope that I wore my uniform fucking everywhere. Like, I didn't go to work and get changed, no nigga. I walked through the streets of Philadelphia with a Foot Locker uniform on, looking like a referee. That's how cool it was to work at Foot Locker. I worked at the one down 13 from Chestnut, but it would close at like 6 o'clock because downtown Philly would close up early. And once school started, I wasn't getting enough hours. So I transferred to the one in my neighborhood, Cheltenham Mall, which was like the hood mall. And which was the hood mall. And my man Marvin from Ogons Avenue would always play Jungle Brothers, Feeling All Right. Like, that whole joint, like, whenever I hear that joint, it just takes me back to Foot Locker. And it was just so many dope memories of it. Of just this being my first job, and then it's Foot Locker, and then Rel knows Cheltenham Mall, that's the jump off. That's the jump off for like 9 different neighborhoods. You know what I mean? So everybody was in Cheltenham Mall. It was one of them jobs where people call out, yo, I'll take his shift. Like, there was, you didn't want to not be there because something was always going on at the mall. So this joint right here, and I always tell people, don't forget about the Jungle Brothers. I'm hyped. They're going on tour. Kelv, I don't know if you want to fuck with. They'll be in Baltimore in June. Yeah. My man Mills is opening up. He's DJing the opening set. So definitely the Jungle Brothers. Please, you need to come too, JR. Anybody here? Bro, shit, I keep forgetting you and Malin. We all need to fucking go. Not to mention Black Stars at the Howard in May, and we should all link up for that shit too. Penny's coming down to that. But definitely, if you don't know Jungle Brothers, this joint right here, done by the Forces of Nature, 5 mic album that nobody talks about. So yeah, Feeling All Right, Foot Locker. JR, what you got up next?
Mine is gonna be watching my mom graduate in '95. That was the dope moment for me. And around that time, Mary's "Be Happy" was played all the time. So anytime I hear that song, I think of her graduating and all that, raising a kid and being married and doing all that and seeing her go through, you know what I'm saying? Like raising me and going through all that and staying up late and going through all that and making me want to do this and get a college degree like her. So anytime I hear "Be Happy," I think about her, and I think about her walking that stage and my family going crazy and all that. So "Be Happy" by Mary J. Blige is a moment for me.
That's dope. That's dope. I just noticed you cut your beard, bro. I can't fuck with you, man. What's up with you? What you got?
Wait. Stop.
He ain't gonna let that ride.
I'm never gonna let that rest.
Stop. Because my beard has been cut. So you trying to say something to be funny. My beard has been cut.
Again, I don't pay attention to shit.
How on your show when you don't pay attention?
I just didn't see the shit before. That's all.
Nigga, I done had this shit cut for like 2 years. Like, what are you
this
talking
nigga cursing now. All right, I'm sorry. He cursing now. I apologize. That was in that red cup is kicking in. I apologize. I'm just
for real. I ain't gonna lie.
People cutting their beards. Like, that shit is pain. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, I'll be looking at barber shit on IG. People cutting their beards. I got some more shit. Like, that shit is painful to watch for me. So, I literally have to move on to the next swipe because I can't see somebody get their beard shaved. Why'd you do it, man?
I couldn't. I'm done with it.
Okay. Like, I really be inquiring when people cut their beards. I be like,
I was done with it. I'm done with it. And then it was like, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. I'm going back to the goatee. I'm good.
All right, cool. More free food for me. Kel, what about you, bro? What's your I'm dead ass, man. That's cool. More free food for me. You know I get it's stupid. They went to the movies yesterday. Fucking all the popcorn slushy came up to $30. That girl was like, "Give me $7." I'm like, "Thank you. God bless you. God bless you. I will take that." And people ask, "Well, Kel, how do you know it's the beard?" Well, because I never got free shit without the beard. That's how I know it's the beard. I never, ever got free shit. Never without. I walked in Wawa one day. I had at least $20 of stuff on the counter. The girl was like, "Just take it." And I was like, "Word? Like, is this a trick?" I was Eddie Murphy when he was the white man on Saturday Night Live, and he was like, "Just take the paper." I was like, "Are you sure?" Like, yeah, like you trying to get me arrested? She's like, "Just take it." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." Like, so more food for me, good brother. Okay, Kel, what you got up next, man?
I'm gonna be like you. 1992. I got three of my joints in 1992.
Yo, there's so many memories of freshman year. I mean, I can just go on for days and days. But I definitely want to hear what you got.
I got two actually. Well, two that are leading up to freshman year, but they reminisce over you. It's like high school graduation.
What's up, boy?
Yeah, something like high school graduation. That coming out. I can think of we're going to the club. I think I'm grown at this point now. So you get ready to go to college and stuff like that. I can think of wrecking Liberty Avenue. Day Reminisce comes on, they shoot the club.
Yo, how are you making a song about somebody dying and you shoot up the club?
Queens, man.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
Queens.
All right, I feel you on that. Chad, what you got for your next one, bro?
So this was like the ball head era, right? So hearing Onyx, anything Onyx, I can't even hear the stone. I can't even hear the gemstone Onyx without thinking about how like it just used to just end parties. And like we were supposed to be educated dudes. Nah, it would end our parties too.
Throw your guns in the air, man. That thing was just
throw your guns in the air, just like it was like how we brought that whole mosh pit feel. Like we so used to they appropriating our culture, like we appropriated the shit out of theirs with the mosh pits. Like we was going like girls was nowhere to be found, right? Like we forgot all about it. Like we just was all out there just wilding. Like, so anytime I hear that, and it's like, it just makes me think of like all the people that like we was there with, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I could see everybody that was on there throwing elbows, right? Then it just turned into real blows, but whatever, you know, this was what it was. Keep your sword sharp, you know what I mean? You know, but
Yo, did you have a baldy back then?
Yeah, bro, I did, man. I went to King's Dominion and everything. I just saw a picture with it, like we all did.
Yeah,
that
that's
was
so
on.
crazy,
That was my
bro.
own.
I'm to this day, I'm still shook to get a baldy. Like I don't know what my head is gonna look like. I'm like praying to God that my hair stay thick, because once it starts, I can't do the KD. If there's a big spot in my head, I'm gonna have to just do it.
Kill. I let Jabari try to cut my hair. Nah, son. And then I let another dude from North try to cut my hair. I was like, because I was not getting a cut in Baltimore. I don't know, you know. I was like, so I was only letting people from Jersey with clippers. If you was from Jersey had clippers, I gave you a shot.
I feel you, bro. I feel you.
You know, so it ended up being, you know, a clean one blade. You know, you know, and just kind of gave it a shot for a little bit. And, you know, I got the car, I started going back and forth. I could get a real cut once in a while, so I let my hair grow back in. But Onyx saved me from some bad haircuts, bro.
Yeah.
Word is born. It was mainly about the haircuts than the music.
Right. Because before then, people don't understand. Like bald heads now are just like it's the norm, but in '92, niggas did not have bald heads like that. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
I saw it was either Sticky or Fragile talking about that. You know, like that they had more influence on bald heads than Jordan did, and it's like I kind of on our generation, I respect it. Like I feel it. Like it sounds crazy now, 30 years later, whatever. But it's like if you was there, you kind of gotta respect it if you was in that moment.
But that nigga said he influenced Jordan to get it.
Yeah, he OD, but you know,
I don't think Sticky influenced Jordan, but I definitely know that Sticky and Onyx influenced that age group to get bald heads.
But Mike did get, but Mike used to get the one with the shape up when he had the chain on.
When he used to open the chain.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, so.
But yeah, the bald head thing. That definitely
it was an age thing, because the bald head thing for me was Michigan Fab Five. When I saw them, all that whole squad, Jalen, all them niggas had the baldies. You know what I'm saying? That was influence.
Yeah,
but not Juwan. Juwan stayed with the fade.
I was Juwan. Like, I couldn't shit, man. And I will be. I'm gonna be Juwan Howard, because that nigga still has a sharp shape up to this day. Like Juwan's shape up game has been dope from college to today. Him and Jimmy Jackson, because Jim Jackson.
I was just about to say Jim Jackson.
Yeah, Jim Jackson.
And we can admit that Jalen's is fake, right? We know Jalen's shape is fake.
Jalen's whole hairline is an art show. That nigga's barber has no clipper. That nigga just has an art supply bag of crayons and spray paint and fucking stars. Nigga don't even have clippers. That nigga just comes in from fucking, what's that shit? Michael's. That's where that nigga shop at. Michael's. He come into ESPN with a Michael's bag and put it down and start drawing like this on Jalen. And there you go. Get on camera. Like, pick that shit out and get on camera, nigga. Like, that nigga don't even have a clipper. Everything on Jalen is drawn on. Put Jalen after TV. Take that nigga out to fucking Dorney Park and let that nigga get in the fucking.
Yo, not Dorney Park, bro.
Yeah, take that nigga to Dorney Park. Let that nigga get in the waiting pool. We gonna find out who the real Jalen Rose is when he get out that pool.
Dorney Park. All places. You gotta be the way to understand what he's talking about right now.
Yeah, if you from Philly, you know Dorney Park. Vern, what you got up next, man?
All right, so I'm gonna roll in 3. This is going from trauma to joy.
Okay.
All right. So this is like June, July '86. Just got out of 8th grade. My dad decides that he's not gonna work and wait for the steel mill to lay him off, because this was Reaganomics hit hard. So he had a friend that lived in Atlanta, so he left and went to Atlanta, and he came back and got us. It was like 2:30 a.m. in my grandmother's driveway. We all in the van, crying our eyes out, and this came on the radio. Simply Red, holding back the years. And dog, I still like feel some kind of way when I hear it. But so I moved to College Park in Atlanta. And I started at Lakeshore High School. And y'all remember assemblies. So the seniors sat on the floor in their chairs. Freshman in this corner, sophomore, junior, whatever. I walk in and the Boogie Boys performing at my high school assembly. Fly Girl, man, bro, it was crazy, man. I'm like, okay, I kind of like Atlanta now. And then
he's like, hey, the Boogie Boys wasn't ever performing in Indiana.
At my high school?
Right.
Yeah, and then I remember the first apartment party, Club Candlewood. They had Rakim, I Know You Got Soul, and we was in the juking, man. So it was like full circle for me, crying my eyes out till I'm like, all right, I like it here. So those three right there.
All right, so give it to him one more time. Simply Red.
Right. Simply Red, Hold It Back the Years. Boogie Boys, A Fly Girl, and then I Know You Got Soul, Eric B. and Rakim. That's that ninth grade corridor. Yeah.
All right, no doubt. Dope. Rel, what you got up next? What we fucking to this time? Fucking rebel without a pause. You fucking Rel fucking 132.
Oh God.
This nigga fucks at 152 BPM.
Hey, yo, hold on.
It ain't fast enough. You know how niggas be like, Trey Lee be like, yo, your beats be too slow. You stay at like 88 BPMs. Can you bring them up? I got you. Bro, like, yo, fuck that, shorty. We ain't fucking no fucking Jodeci. I need 122 BPMs. Put on Set It Off by Kane. Let's see.
Are you serious?
This nigga said, let's see if I can Set It Off. That's 118 BPMs. Let me see how
It's a rebel without a pause. Fucking a rebel without a pause is flagrant. Yo, that is crazy, my nigga. Yo. It wasn't on purpose. It say more about her.
I didn't say don't believe the hype. You know, now you live in Baseheads. Rebel without a pause really is cool. Like it's an up-tempo joint.
Oh my gosh.
This nigga like, yo, I start at 112 BPM, shorty. Take that slow shit off, man. My starting line, like that's where I start at. Nigga, I start at fucking Set It Off.
Shit, man.
Wow.
Are you sipping ill?
I'm just following the lead. I take the energy that is given to me and I give it back to you. This is why I tell people all the time. My parents come in cursing. You know, if you curse at me, I'm gonna give it right back. So we understand each other. He's fucking an infamous. I thought we was keep it going. Burn to the left is staying with memories. I thought we were just going through real sex life. So I'm just like, what's that?
All my choices sex related.
Yeah,
see, that's why
set it off.
that's why I want to take it. But now I gotta take it somewhere else. This is a lot more wholesome. Oh my god.
Yo, if you bring a shorty home from the club and you fucking on Eddie up and she's doing it, nigga, you make it rob. You make it rob, like dead ass. You may just want to be like, you know what, shorty, nah, you gotta roll. Like you I don't like this energy right now. Like you down with Eddie
cool
up? Like,
she with Eddie up.
Let's go, nigga. Let's go. Like you may need to take her back to the club.
Damn.
Yo, that should be a show. Up-tempo songs that Rel. We should get Rel.
Right, Mr. Sensitivity. Right, Mr. Sensitivity. Right. Right.
And he is trying to talk to.
Right.
What have I done?
That could be like a challenge. This could be a challenge. Like
it really could. Go ahead, Fred, man.
Because Rel, you're not in a relationship.
Yeah, come on, son. Come on, JR.
I apologize. Let's bring it back.
What have I done? Right, what have I done?
I apologize.
Now we gotta shuffle.
You can't just turn off the camera and keep talking. You might as well keep the camera on. You didn't turn it off and mute yourself. You just turned the camera off.
I didn't turn the camera off, man.
All right, I'm good. Rel, bring us back. That was something good, man.
Yo, man, this clip is gonna. All right. Let me get myself together. All right. So this is a lot more wholesome. is a lot more of a wholesome memory. So, you know, growing up, my moms did not listen to no hip hop. Like, she was, you know, Aretha, Shaka, but she also listened to a lot of like Chicago, Genesis, Phil Collins, Elton John. So I would hear a lot of that stuff. So I do appreciate that because it was made my musical palette more diverse. Mm-hmm. The first time we actually really could connect over hip hop was she was vacuuming in the house and I was playing Ready to Die. And you know, Ready to Die got some songs with some samples that she would hear and be like, oh, that's, you know what I'm saying? So it's just playing and, you know, next thing I know, where's my CD? Where's, you know what I'm saying? Like, where? And then the crazy thing is, you know, I'm thinking like, all right, More Money, More Problems, that's the Diana Ross joint. You got I Love the Dough, she probably remember. When I heard her playing it, I'm like, is that Niggas Bleed you listening to? Like, what the that ain't even one of the songs, you know what I'm saying? But that she loved a lot. She loved that CD, you know what I'm saying? That was the first time that we were able to like really connect over hip hop because she really was not a hip hop head, you know what I'm saying? She listened to all different types of stuff. And it's just ironic that CD, you know what I'm saying, with some of the crazy stuff it got on it, but you know, those samples that were on there, a person that don't listen to hip hop, that listen to the music that those samples came from, would hear it and be like, yo, they sampled that, you know what I'm saying? And then it strikes their interest in the giving the album a chance, you know what I'm saying, and listening to it. So that's my memory. It's a little more wholesome.
I've always wondered in that line from Niggas Bleed when Big says, my nigga Gutter fucking kidnap kids, fuck them in their ass and throw them over the bridge. I've never understood that line. I don't know why.
That's on Beef. That's on Beef. That's not on Niggas Bleed. That's on.
Right, not Beef. Yeah. Thank you. But I've always wondered with that line, like nobody was in the studio to hear this shit. Like y'all blurted out number one mom pendant on, you know, Give Me the Loot, but you don't want to. And why are you hanging with Gutter? Like, if I know my man does this, then nigga, we don't hang out. We no longer friends. Me and Gutter don't hang out anymore. If you kidnap kids, so.
And what? Think about if that's not true. He just did that for the song, and you're Gutter. You're like, my nigga, you couldn't play another.
Right. Like, you know my nigga C. He's like, nigga, I'm right here. Like, nigga, I'm right here.
But it still hasn't said that he don't do that.
Right.
Well, yeah.
He still hasn't said. I love how the wholesome memory was your mom's listening to Life After Death. Like that's the whole.
And that wholesome.
Like
I would try to get her to listen to coming up other stuff, and she just was like, I think she heard what sample that I Love the Dough? Is that
Angela Winbush?
Renee Angela, yeah, Renee Angela, and then that just kind of opened the floodgates. But then the crazy part is she was listening to other songs. I'm just like, all right, mom, okay, all right, you got it.
Nah, that's
what I'm saying.
Rack one, what you got?
I can picture your mom's with the vacuum talking about enough to cop the 6 in the house on the beach.
Right, and she was at, you know, my mom retired FBI. She's an FBI agent, so that's what made it even crazier.
Good, I'm gonna holler at you later.
Retired.
That's what's up.
What you got up next, bro?
Oh man, so I'm a child of divorced parents, so you know certain summers if I wasn't hooping, I spent with my pops on whatever military army base he was on at the time. So 88 was the first summer I spent with my pops after my parents divorced, and my father is a Jamaican Brit by way of London, so he's got to drive me all the way back from pretty much Savannah, Georgia to Far Rockaway, Queens.
Mm.
The only tape we have is Slick Rick, The Great Adventures. Bro,
Classic.
to this day, my father will be 70 this year, and that motherfucker still bangs Slick Rick.
That's dope.
So anything Slick Rick reminds me of my father because I'm 10 years old. And my dad, he looked over and we in the blue Volvo. He like, hey, don't tell your mother. He popped that joint in, and bro, we rode to that mug the whole way, all the way to Brooklyn. Because his family, he's from Brooklyn, state-wise, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we rode to that bitch all the way from to Brooklyn. Like, we just flipped them up, just flip it over. So anytime I hear Slick Rick, you know what I'm saying? If anybody that's watching and you're divorced, you're a child of divorced parents, you have certain memories of your parents. And those memories will never go anywhere. I could play Slick Rick to the day I'm 6 feet under, and I'm gonna think about my father and those times that we had. You know what I'm saying? So, like, he like Kill. You always, you know, tell me, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you appreciate the fact that I'm now doing more than what I was doing when we met, and that's why when you hear certain songs that I'm playing, it's really just ode to my people, because honestly, they're the ones that got me in this space. Because no one, I didn't grow up with DJs or producers in my family. It just they played music. They fed that shit into me. It was either that or hoops. And they fed that shit into me. So it's really an ode to them. Now that I look back at it at this ripe young age, I'm like, oh, I get it. You know what I'm saying? So if you hear me playing some Slick Rick, I'm just giving a nod to my pops. That's it. Right. It ain't nothing else than that. So anytime you hear me play,
treat him like a prostitute.
Dog. Yo,
And
CL.
he texts his pops. I was just thinking about you,
bro. He looked over at me. He was
like a prostitute. Hey, Dad.
Not even.
What's going on?
Yo, little Indian girls. He was like, hey, don't tell your mother. Like, it was crazy.
But I swear, if that's not a dad quote, don't tell your mother. Like, that may be the most infamous quote used by fathers.
Bro,
don't tell
your mother. And to this day, I ain't told this shit.
hey, Rick. My dad bumped that Houdini's. I'm a hoe. You know I'm a hoe. That was
right.
Anytime I go to see him, he put on that Houdini, bro. We rock out. Yeah.
That's the thing, man. I'm gonna say this before I let you go. If you got sons, man, spend that time, man, because you don't know what your sons see you as. Imagine if you don't spend no time with your kids. Spend that time, bro, because that shit is real, man. That shit is
real.
Be a
father to your child.
Facts. NOGs. Let's go.
Yeah. That's dope. That's dope. The next joint I got is a group that nobody believes is a top 5 group ever for me. I told JR this last week. I told everybody last week on the show, and everybody's always shocked. But it is Duran Duran. I love Duran Duran. Like, I have every album of Duran Duran that there is. And that's because my grandfather, when he got remarried, he remarried my grandmother, Rose, God bless the dead, who just passed away, who's white. And my aunt, Andrea, of course, is mixed. And whenever I would go to their crib in Cherry Hill, she would always be playing, you know, the white shit that we had to hear on MTV to wait to get to the black shit that we wanted to hear. So there were Eurythmics, Culture Club, Duran Duran, Men at Work, Huey Lewis and the News, like all that stuff was what she played.
That's some good music, yo.
It definitely is. But here's the thing again, if we all had AirPods and Beats by Dre at that time, we probably wouldn't know nothing about it. Because I know for me, I'll just speak for me, I would have just been playing Run DMC, Beastie Boys, Houdini, Fat Boys 24/7. I would have just put my mom, you playing that? Fucking Luther Vandross? I don't want to hear that. Put on my headphones and just zone out to Run DMC and wouldn't have any appreciation for that. But Duran Duran, I mean, in this Arena album, this is the joint that it's like a live concert. So everything is on here. Hungry Like the Wolf, New Religion, Save a Prayer, you know, Union of the Snake, Careless Memory, just classic joint right here, Duran Duran. So yeah, just and anytime I hear Duran Duran, I always think of my aunt, I think of my grandfather, I think of my grandmother. Even at my grandmother's funeral, she was saying how I'm always telling her how Duran Duran, you know, she put me on with that. And she's always telling me how I put her on with Wolverine and all the Marvel comics I used to, you know, read, and she'd be telling me about them, and I'm telling her about Wolverine and the X-Men and all that stuff. So again, it's just a testament to people watching at home that like these are the memories that you can form with your kids, with your friends, with your children, with your aunts, your uncles. Like music to me is just so across the board. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where like Rec was saying, you know, to not only just spend time with your kids, but sometimes make your kids take out their headphones and make them listen to some stuff. And I get it. The average house now doesn't have a stereo in it. Y'all may have a Sonos system, and that's about it. You know what I mean? But for me, Naomi was raised with nothing but music. You know, Sundays in the house, we call Sunday slow jams. Like, it's like, you know, we just throw on all 80s slow jams. You throw on any DeBard, throw on some 80s music around Naomi, you're going to see her eyes light up because she knows all that shit. You know what I mean? So put on some music with your kids. What's up, Chad?
No, I was gonna say, like when my daughters will play a song and my wife will be like, "Why you know that song?" And he said, "Do you know who my father is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's good parenting right there." Right. You know what I'm saying? When they know sometimes it's, you know, no matter what the song is, it's dope. And I will tell you, appreciate that because all this time I never knew. I always thought I didn't know a Duran Duran song. But "Hungry Like a Wolf," I did not know that was them until today.
"Hungry Like the Wolf." You got Rio, which is
Rio. Yeah.
You got
the reflex.
They sample for that big sample after he passed, but yeah, like that. I think
they wasn't playing black songs, black videos on MTV yet. So that's if we wanted to see a video, we had to watch their music anyway.
We had to sit through all that good stuff, man. But like I said, I'll be at Six Flags and some of Huey Lewis song will come on there. I'll be like, why you know this song? And I'm like, man, you losing the news was shit for a while, like, you know what I mean? So, and again, I know people out there, parents that be like, my kids really didn't get into hip hop. Man, your kids probably ain't like half the shit you made them do, but you made them do it any goddamn way. So, might as well make them listen. They ain't like going to church every Sunday, but you made them go. So you might as well make them listen to some music too while you at it. You know, don't stop. JR, what you got up next, man?
Mine's gonna be Tribe's Midnight Marauders. I will never forget. My dad got that. 2 weeks after it came out, we were on Atlantic Avenue coming from what was the record shop on Fulton Street? Damn it.
B Street.
No, it wasn't B Street. It was shit. Oh God, I don't remember. But remember, he got it. It was cold as shit. And I'll never forget when we get down, because y'all know Atlantic Avenue is long. Like, that is long. Coming from Bed-Stuy to Brownsville is long. So we riding this and We Can Get Down comes on, and my father rolls down the windows. We cold as a bitch. And my mother's like, if you don't roll these damn windows up, and my dad like, you don't know this shit here? Like, you bugging right now. Me and my mom is like, yo. And after a while, I was like, fuck it, it's cold. I'm going to rock with you because the joint is hot. You know what I mean? So then to listen to that album a week before he passed, and me and him was kind of going back and forth because we had the argument of what was better, Low End and Midnight Marauders, and I'm Low End and he's Midnight. And for us to talk about that, and he wasn't a talker, but when it came to hip hop, he did. So it was me and him in the truck for the week before he passed, and we were just blasting Midnight Marauders. So anytime I think about that album, anytime I play it, I think about him when he first got it, and then our last memory together the week before he passed.
Dope.
I think the dopest thing about that, man, is that Low End versus Midnight has been a discussion that's been going on since 1994 and will probably be going on until Christ comes for his church, because and the funniest thing is just dope to hear that a son is going back and forth with his father about this, because it's usually pair to pair. You know what I mean? So to hear you being Low End and him being Midnight, like, to me, and again, I always salute your parents for raising you and keeping music in your life, because that's a huge thing. But I think that's even doper when you have two different generations arguing over what's better, low end or midnight.
He always come. He'd be like, "Nigga, Sky Pager, you really gonna come at me with that?"
Right. And here's the thing: I would have to co-sign your father too, because
Yeah.
I hate Sky Pager.
He's like,
So
for
I
real,
have to
like,
co-sign
yeah.
Out of
100%
order, you
on
wanna
that.
come and he'd be like, "Sky Pager." He was
I'm like,
"Nigga, what you got to say is bad in midnight?"
Well, I've heard people say 8 million stories. I don't mind 8 million stories,
Yeah,
but
Really?
because I think a lot of people compare it to
Just
Butter, and it's not better than Butter.
Oh,
so it's like, yo,
okay.
this is
Right. Okay.
this was Fife's solo song on Midnight.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
got
better
you.
than Butter. So a lot of people
I got
don't
you.
like. I
I
don't
got
think it's better than Butter, but I don't dislike it. When it comes on, I don't fast forward it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I think that's why a lot of people say that about 8 million stories. But you're right. Sky Pager is not making anybody's best of Tribe Called Quest tape, and if it doesn't, then I
absolutely
don't want
not.
your
But
best of
while
Tribe
I'm in
Called
the
Quest.
argument, I'm going to defend it. So,
But
period.
Kill, the issue with 8 Million Stories was because it was a Curtis Blow banger before that.
That could be
You
it
know
too.
what I mean? So,
That could
like,
be it too.
so 8 Million Stories had pressure on it that it was like as a remake, and then it was an remake. I mean,
Right.
it was a Curtis Blow banger. You know, what, I don't know. I'm gonna look up what year that was, but
Yeah.
84.
But you're right.
And
again,
that was under pressure.
you always set yourself up, because Butter was just so crazy. Like when I first heard Butter, it was like, ooh. Like for a long time, Butter was my favorite song on Low End, because for years I was like, why is this nigga Fife even in the group? Like Tip does everything, and then you heard Butter, and it was like, oh, that's why this nigga's in the group. Like okay, this is dope. This is dope. Kel, what you got up next, bro?
1986. Run DMC, My Adidas. The first song I ever learned. First hip hop song I ever learned. Word for word. I mean, obviously they're talking about Jamaica Avenue, so buying Adidas. That was it. Obviously Run DMC. I'm sad I missed the Run DMC show, but you know, obviously that's my favorite group. They represent Queens, you know. That's
Now tell me this, bro. Can you give us, set the stage for us, what it was like in Queens in '86 with Run DMC being the biggest group ever? What was the energy of Queens at that time?
It was unthinkable. Like they literally were. They were. I mean, I can't even compare. Like, I mean, Michael Jackson in a sense. Everywhere they went, it was shutting down the streets. I was thinking, like, I remember Jamaica Avenue one time, Run and Dia in a Cadillac. And Run DMC, Run is out of control at this point. He's already, I mean, he's out of control. He's out of control. Rightfully so too, of course. But he's hanging out the window. He's got a knot of at least, I mean, he probably had like $25,000 in his hand, and he's just going crazy. People just going nuts. But they could do no wrong. They could do no wrong. It was just like, you know, just coming out of Queens, you know. So, you know, everything's always Manhattan, Brooklyn. But the biggest act in the world or biggest hip hop act from Queens is just, yeah, you can't even think about it, how especially impactful for people in the neighborhood too. So right. Yeah, just unreal.
I mean, I could only imagine just buying, because that's some hip hop shit I would have done. Like, yo, I want to go to Queens and buy some Adidas from Queens. Like, it would have meant that much more to me than just buying them off Ogons Avenue in Philly. Like, nah, nigga, I got these from Queens. Like,
yeah, that was
yeah.
It was like going to the Albee Square Mall. Just to be going to the Albee Square Mall.
Right, exactly. Same type of deal.
Right.
Yeah, it was it's something else. Now they I can't even, and I mean this is like you said, it's 80, obviously 84, I'm a little too young, but 86, you know, 13 and stuff like that. Even through 90, you know, the Avenue, the EP album and stuff like that. Yeah, they just I mean, it's a massive act. It's crazy.
Bro, I would go to New York every summer. I'd get the subway map and I would just highlight where I wanted to go. And Queens had everything, because I wanted to go to Farmers Boulevard because of L. You know, I wanted to go to Hollis. And I would have been the kid if my aunt would have let me. I would have just been walking around, probably getting jumped and robbed and everything. Because I'm just, you know, in Hollis, like looking like a tourist. Like, hey, where's L at? Like, you know, in my mind, this nigga's like just there. He's on Farmers Boulevard. Like, he's just waiting there for me or whatever. Like,
when you get off the train, he's
right. Like, when
there
I get off the train, L just waiting for me. Like, you know what I mean? So, yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Chad, what you got up next, bro?
So mine, I'm gonna stay early and well late 80s with Anything Anita Baker Rapture. Right. Because it puts me back with moms though, but really because that was the most trouble I ever got into because I taped over it. I taped over her Anita Baker tape.
Yo.
Hey man, Yo, everybody face like.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Now pause for 1 second. Pause for 1 second. I want to explain to people watching. What would happen is if you had an original tape, if you brought the original tape, I wish I had a tape in here somewhere. Do I have something in my deck? I don't. No, I do. I got tape. You can see right here that things right here. If you broke that off, that meant you could not record over it. So when you would buy a tape from the record store, these would already be broken. The only way that you could tape over something again was to either stick tissue in this,
yes, sir,
or to take a piece of tape and put over it. Then you would be able to tape over it. So what Chad is trying to explain to you is he took his mother's Anita Baker tape, which Anita Baker, the black folk in the 80s was. You might as well just break the front door window while you at it.
Yeah.
He had to go and had to put tape in it.
Like it was a real violation. Like it was a real violation.
Understand the violation of taping over an original Anita Baker tape.
I mean, the worst part is that I didn't record nothing memorable.
You can't even say, yo, but I taped Mr. Magic. I taped the premiere of my melody.
Wow. I'm pretty sure it was Red Alert. I'm pretty sure it was Red Alert. Yeah, I went over. I just really wanted a blank tape. Wow. And I didn't remember my mother really listening to it as much. Like it didn't catch me. Well, I didn't know that it was Anita Baker that she was listening to. So I just saw just a loose tape in the drawer. So I just grabbed it. So, I mean, to me, you know, I always looked at it was your fault. It's a change. It was my fault because she should have put herself back in the case because I wouldn't have violated if it was in the case.
You like anything out the case is fair game,
right? Because you know you're treating So I didn't record nothing. It was probably just like the top 1099 or something like that.
We're gonna have to do a show on the importance of cassette tapes.
Listen,
because I'm telling you this right now.
Mine over there,
bruh.
Which clue tape is that, Cal? Which one is that?
4, 5.
What clue is that?
I'm about to explain it to people. If you never had to repair this, surgery,
man.
And you had to, I would have my mom give me the screwdrivers that was small enough to be able to fit these screws and unscrew the whole tape. If you haven't done tape surgery, don't say shit to me on Twitter ever again in your life. Don't debate me. Just sit back and listen to me. Because if you haven't done surgery,
tape surgery is commitment.
Yeah, tape surgery is beyond commitment. See, these new kids, they delete the download. Just re-download it. Just get it out the cloud. Nah, nigga.
Bro.
The cloud was open the thing up. Make it, bro. You talk about surgery, shit. We should all been engineers dealing with tapes back in the day, right?
That's something that I think this generation will never understand is the analog version of what we still. I got tapes in my hand, nigga. I got tapes in my hand. They will never understand the struggle and the fight to get anything that you can put on these.
It's the connection to the music.
What you went through to get some of these tapes, man. Some of us risk our health and lives to go get shit like that. I know to get straight out of Compton.
These are my first beats.
Wow.
Oh wow.
These are my first beats.
Wow.
I will.
That's great.
Yo, I will slap as Mino say. I will slap fire out your ass if you do something to this tape. I don't have any other copy.
Wow.
Let's recognize how much that XL2 cost you.
Look at what this is. Right. Look at what this is.
Ghostface
Iron
Man. Yo, It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, and they'll never understand. I mean, we could talk about from the 60 to the 90 to the 120 when they came out with tapes that was 120 minutes.
Yeah.
120.
That was the equivalent of coming out with an iPad. I was like, oh shit, we got 120 minutes. Oh, we about to really put some work in on these tapes, but we like to do a whole tape
that's
show
why I
anyway.
didn't like buying mixed CDs. Like the
Right.
mixtapes, I didn't like buying them on CDs because it was always shorter.
80 minutes. Right.
Yeah, it was like
Right.
yo, it was shorter. Like and like Clue would always have like a dope feature at the end of the tape.
Yeah.
And like if you got the CD, you
And
never got the.
You never got the feature.
Yeah.
Damn, man. Memories, man. Memories. Vern, what you got up next, bro?
First, I got ACL. Go stand in the corner, man. And think about your actions.
Put them in the corner, like nigga. You probably don't need them.
All right.
Nah, I just heard that.
I'm about to take you to my high school graduation and then my freshman year at Georgia State. So, my man Winston Brown, his mom was our like 12th grade homeroom teacher. She was cool as a motherfucker, man. So our graduation party was in her backyard, and everybody was there, man. And they played "Hold On." You remember, but JR with it. They start out the acapella. When I had you, all the fellas like crewed up first, and then they hit the notes, and then when that beat dropped, man, we just went crazy and grabbed the girl, and we were just freaking, man. It was a time I can still remember some other things that I won't talk about on camera.
Please don't talk about it. we do not want another BB. We don't want a BB.
Hey, Vern, go ahead, Vern. Please take the heat off me.
No, my
These
brother.
niggas gonna have a BPM challenge.
Oh,
So Jones did what now? Go ahead.
You ain't gonna beat me. All right, and then freshman year, Georgia State, Ford Escort, man, bruh. I had some boots, a poncho, my unk, and I rolled up in there. Van glorious. This is protected by the red, the black, the green. The abracadabra, a la baby professor. All hell fucking lesson, man. Yeah, that whole tape, bro. They're outraged because you know at Georgia State, our crew was black, but Georgia State was really white. And I can remember some frat boy in one of my, I think it was a political science or social studies class, telling us we should be proud that Clarence Thomas was elected to the Supreme Court. And dog, babe, man, my blood boiling right now thinking about it. So yeah, the X-Clan kind of fueled my militant. I was Vern X in those times, man. So yeah, those.
They used to call you Vern X?
No, I was just that's what I was though.
they used to call me Kill X in high school.
Oh, you did say that, kid.
They call me Kill X, man.
Yeah,
Kill X.
Yeah. So In Vogue and X-Clan.
All right, no doubt. Rel, what you got?
Oh, before I go, Sixers won, so we have 3-0.
That's a good thing. Beautiful.
Y'all about
Tyrese Maxey went off in the fourth. But
I saw they kick Harden out too.
They kick Harden out for some BS. Wait till you see it. But
MB should have got kicked out if anybody got kicked out.
They gave Embiid the flagrant. They kicked Harden out, and then Claxton got kicked out for Brooklyn, and it was crazy game. But Maxey took over late in the fourth, and we got the dub. So we up 3-0. So my 1988, man. My grandmother gets cable TV, and we had the jukebox network. Remember that shit? Where
wow.
And this song and video got.
Bro, take a pause for people watching. When a black house got cable, we know half of y'all new niggas grew up with cable. Y'all don't even know what So when somebody got cable, nigga, that was the equivalent of, I don't know, Pop getting a new job. It was a momentous occasion. You know what I mean? So I know somebody's watching, like, you got cable, like, what's the big deal? Nigga, the big deal is going from 6 channels to fucking 206 channels. That's the big deal.
Exactly. Yep. So that was a big moment. My grandma got cable, and Jukebox Network, they show the videos. This video and song got so much play, and it was Biz Markie, The Vapors. That shit got. That's one of my favorite. I don't care. That's one of my favorite songs ever. That is supreme storytelling, by the way. People talk about storytellers, they don't ever mention, but that is excellent storytelling. And that was just my song.
We gotta make sure that goes under Kane though, because Kane wrote it. So we gotta
Kane wrote it.
Kane
Okay.
So we gotta get it to Kane.
That was my shit. Like, and it got played. So I knew the number that it was, and I would see it come up, and I'm like, boom. I said the Vapors coming on. You know what I'm saying? That was my shit. You know what I'm saying?
You work for UPS.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So,
Quotables from the Vapors was crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like, that stayed in the street. Come on, man. You tell people you caught the Vapors or not. Now I'm hustling. Now she caught the Vapors.
Damn, it feel good to keep people up on it. Like, it's so you're right. See, it's main quotables from that joint, man. Yeah, I mean that's a classic, and that was that was my shit. So that was a memorable time. Like you said, Kill. Like, we ain't grew up with cable. Like when my grandmother got cable, I was like, it was like a holiday.
It was so bad that you would move to somebody else's house. So like, if your mom got cable and you didn't have cable, you may be like, yo, mom, I can go down there for a while. Like you literally get up and move to somebody else's house just to be able to have.
I stayed at my cousin's house every week because they had cable. He had television.
Yep, somebody's crib. Funny thing about Vapors for me, I'll never forget. I got going off, and I'm looking at the track listing, and I'm like, Vapors. I'm thinking it's a song about STDs, because at the time, Mo D had Go See the Doctor and other stuff like that. Right. So I'm thinking it's gonna be a song about that. And then just to hear it was just even doper. But I just remember thinking what I thought it was gonna be about. Rec, what you got up next, bro?
Man, so I'm gonna take it back to the essence. I do not remember the year. It's probably 87, 88. Y'all can correct me. I'm at my grandmother's house, and I knew I had moved to Jersey by this time because I didn't see my uncles like that anymore. But I'm in the living room, and they got the radio on, and whoever's DJing is playing EPMD, You Got to Chill. And that's probably my earliest memory of knowing that I wanted to be a DJ. And it wasn't scratch, it was Caleb Boss. But at the end, he's scratching, and I'm on the, every family, black family got the two things. You got the couch with the fucking plastic on it. My grandmother had that. And you got the coffee table that don't shit go on that motherfucker. You better not touch it. I'm at the coffee table just doing this shit. I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't. I'm probably 8 or 9 years old. I have no idea what I'm doing. But I always tell my uncles that story because it's full circle. Because when they jump on my Twitch, they're like, wow, we saw it, but we didn't know what the fuck we were watching. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I said, it's full circle. When I play certain songs, I'm not playing it because I want to hear it. It's just odes to how I came up. And EPMD, You Got to Chill probably was the first song where I realized, I don't know what I'm hearing, but I know I want to learn how to do that. And that, you know what I'm saying? I'm sitting there doing this. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing it now.
That's dope. It's funny, I'm thinking, JR, do you know somebody once asked me, is this shit behind me real? Or is it like a screen? Like, you know how niggas be doing that?
For real?
Yeah, you know how niggas be doing that Zoom
shit. Backgrounds, right? Yeah.
And it just made me think of it because I went to go get a record so everybody can fucking see, yes, all this shit is all records. This is not a green screen. This is not.
And they were serious.
What? Yeah, it's real, y'all.
It's real. JR has been to the crib numerous times. He had record shopping at my house. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So, just to put that out there. All right, this next song reminds me of me and T getting married. Okay? Well, this next album reminds me of me and T getting married. And it's funny because whenever I tell the story, this is not going exactly where Rel took everything, but this is not no fucking love song. This is not nothing like
How about some MOP? Oh, word? That's crazy. Let's go. Let's go.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Yes. Please.
Yes.
Please.
That's funny.
Cold as ice. Cold as ice. Go ahead.
Yo. So this album, if anybody knows anything about me, I love MOP. From like 95 or 96. I want to say, what year did this joint come out? Firing Squad. Let me just grab all these joints. Firing Squad. This is what put me on MOP. And ever since I heard them in Premiere, it was like just love at first sight. This is probably my favorite MOP album, the third joint. But so I'm waiting for MOP. You know, I'm getting the promos up at 889 and everything like that. G Build and all that stuff. Of course, Annie Up. This album drops Tuesday, October 10th, 2000. I got married Saturday, October 14th, 2000. So the whole week leading up to the wedding, and I'm back and forth to Philly. Like, went to get it cut. We got married Saturday. I went to get a cut Friday. So literally all I played from Tuesday to we're leaving the wedding playing this was playing this out. So like you said, Cold as Ice, G Building, Welcome to Brownsville. Any of these songs will always remind me of getting married, which is the craziest thing in the world. I told you I wasn't going where Rel was going, but whenever I tell people that this album reminds me of getting married, they're always expecting a slow jam or something like that, and it's MOP Warriors. So that's what it is for me.
She turned you into a New York nigga. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
He didn't turn me into no goddamn New York nigga.
Yes, she
nigga.
did. What was you listening through the whole? You listening to that?
Nigga, I was listening to MOP before I was even messing with T, nigga. Trust me, he ain't turned me into no New York nigga, man.
That album
Huh?
That
you
crazy.
I like to say that in some ways I'm an honorary New Yorker, but I follow my own rules. I didn't go to high school here. I believe you have to go to high school
you did say
in order
that.
to really be ingrained in a city. Like for me to just say I hung out there for the summer, to me that's what I did. I just hung out there for the summer. You know, now if I did a year in New York and I could say, oh, I went to Tech or I went to, you know what I mean, whatever, that would be different. But yeah, I'm sorry. What you saying?
Kill, I could picture how you used to wear your Timbs. You mentioned the leather jacket. You used to wear the leather jacket, but you used to wear it off your shoulder. Stop it. Like, don't like stop it.
I was influenced by New York.
You had both
places. It's a mixture of both places. You know what I mean?
And then he had come on.
But
until you said Jordan, I didn't know where you was from.
Yeah, here's the wildest part, man. And niggas probably don't remember freshman orientation. Everybody kept getting me and Jabari mixed up. And I don't think me and Jabari look anything alike at all. But people would come up to me and be like, yo, Jabari. And people would come up to him and be like, yo, Kill. And then we finally met each other. And we like, nigga, we don't look shit alike. Like, why? How are these people getting us confused? But neither here nor there. JR, what you got up next, bro?
Well, when I graduated college, the song I played a lot was Janet the Knowledge. When my mom and pops got that in 89 and I heard the Knowledge, my mom said I would say, Mom, can you replay that over and over and over? And it made me want to go to college. So when I graduated college, I played that record. So anytime I hear the Knowledge, I think of then. And then now I got a college degree because of that record. So I think about the Knowledge. So the Knowledge by Janet. So that's my memory.
Now, there's going to be some Janet Jackson ignorance right here. What album is that off of? Is that Rhythm Nation?
Yes.
Okay. Just making sure, because I saw Rec's face, I saw Vern's face. I understand.
No, I knew.
I understand. No, y'all were looking at me like, why don't you?
Okay.
Yeah, so just hoping I got the right answer. Right. Okay, cool. No problem. Cal, what you got up next, bro?
All right, well, let's talk about Freaknik and the documentary. I'm not going there. I'm not going there.
Oh, I was about to say you too, Kev.
Yo, CPL put his whole hand down. He's
But it's kind
Hey,
of.
Kev, go ahead.
Song is The Wick, and I'm hearing it at Greek Fest, New York, along Jones Beach for the first time.
Oh.
And Jones Beach is kind of, I mean, people talk about Freaknik, but Jones Beach is just like Greek Picnic in Philly, Greek Fest in Virginia Beach, so kind of the same, but obviously the same sites and stuff like that. But I just remember hearing, The Wick and just the whole atmosphere, which is so crazy. I'm getting ready to go to college again, so this is 92. Jones Beach is like, I think it was the last week of June. So got like a month before I'm getting ready to go to Morgan. So I'm just hearing that, just the whole kind of getting ready to be independent in a sense, so just a good feeling.
Yo, bro, that was such a dope ass summer, man. Like that summer of about to go away to college.
Right.
Like, yo, just incredible times. The Wick to me, top 10 Gangstar joint. You know what I'm saying? Incredible joint. I tell you something disrespectful, man. We were talking about the Alcoholics, and somebody said J. Rowe is like the West Coast Greg Nice. I said, nigga, stop that. I said that's just disrespectful.
Wow.
Like J. Rowe can rap. Like Greg Nice to me is like an echo chamber, like a nigga who stuck in 1984 in the echo chamber. Like Greg Nice is not no real rapper. Like, J. Rowe is a rapper. Like, I'm like we're being a little disrespectful here.
He taught us all Dame Un Beso, though.
That is true, and we all know that Dizzy Gillespie now plays the sax and not a trumpet.
Yeah.
Had that under his belt too. Again, nobody in the studio has it. Again, me having a jazz musician for a mother. As soon as I heard it, I was like, "What? Like, wait, what?" Like, but neither here nor there. Chad, what you got up next, bro?
So, all right, Cal, you mentioned Freaknik. I'm not telling the Freaknik story, but I'm gonna just tell you how I got to Freaknik. So,
I mean, it's a nice journey from Baltimore to Atlanta.
Right.
Do tell how you got there.
Yeah.
So I didn't have no car yet. I didn't have a car. This was the 94. This was the one, right?
That's the one.
So there was two sisters, like blood sisters. They was from Jersey. I would hate that I don't remember their names, but they got a car, right? Remember when Camrys changed body style?
Yeah.
And they had a burgundy Camry with a new body style, right? And then they was like, oh yeah, they going to Freaknik, whatever. Man. We had it, whatever. There was a reason why I met up with them.
I love how you're editing this as you talk. It's a good DEI training right here, everybody. How you edit a story,
right?
Yeah.
That's a fact, right? So they had the Camry, the burgundy Camry. It was like brand new, right? And I was like, oh, it was crazy. So I had just had the Easy LP tape, and it had Big Dreams on it. It was the first song. So they gave me, and Jabari ears gonna be ringing because they gave me, but me and Jabari, how we was inseparable like the first couple of years like that. That's bro. Right. So they gave us a ride from campus, and I put the tape in, and they just heard Dreams, and they was like, oh man, that was first time they heard it. And that beat when you first when we first hear that beat, it's crazy. They was like, oh, you gotta let us hold it, and I was like, I'm letting you hold my tape, you crazy, for the weekend to drop to Atlanta. I said I'll go. I said the only way this tape going to Atlanta is if I go with you. And they said, come on.
Word
is one.
Wow.
Hand to God. Me and Jabari went up, said, yo, kid, when I tell you this is dead broke phase, dead broke. Right. So I had like maybe $10 in my pocket, but I went upstairs, grabbed some clothes for the weekend, and we rode down Atlanta, and I swear we listened to almost that one song the whole time. I don't know how it's like 11 hours from Baltimore, but I swear we listened. I can't tell you how many times we listened. I'm surprised the tape didn't pop, but that was my ticket to Freaknik '94. The rest I just hope ain't on tape.
I got questions.
The fact that a big notorious
Hold on, we got a fan on here.
B.I.G.
Vern got questions. I'm out of here, man.
The fact that a notorious B.I.G. song got you and Jabari a round trip ticket to Atlanta. Hey, hip hop's a beautiful thing, man. Hip hop's
Beautiful. That was the best dub of a tape that I.
Right.
I knew about it. It was a dub.
Right. That's the other funny thing about mixtapes. They're so airy. They're so hissy because they had nothing but treble in them. Like you'd be hard pressed to find a mixtape with bass, any type of bass in it at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel you. Vern, what you got up next?
All right. First family vacation, me married. We drove our green Ford Explorer from Atlanta to the Chattanooga, Tennessee Aquarium. We stayed at a motel. So broke that the doors had keys, and when trucks drove past, it was so close to the highway it shook the room. But we bumped that "Who Is Jill Scott" tape the whole way up there, and the whole way back. And I'm gonna say my last one is the validation from a broke vacation to a real vacation. But yeah, "Who Is Jill Scott," green Ford Explorer, Chattanooga. The funny story, I'll have to show you a picture one day. I had a Minnesota Viking jersey on, and my baby was 3-4 at that time. So we got back to Atlanta, and the football game came on, and it was Viking. She was like, "Daddy, that's you." I was like, "Yeah, I used to play for them." I lied to my daughter. Yeah.
Yo, two things. To this day, Jeff and the Touch of Jazz, all them niggas, they owe Dilla at least 10% of all their proceeds because all that whole first Jill Scott album is nothing but Dilla. So that's number one. Number two, man, who the hell built y'all stadium? We drove past that damn Mercedes-Benz thing. That looked like the Justice League Hall of Justice or something, bro.
Bro, that stadium is banana, dog.
Bro, we was like, what? It looked like a spaceship just sitting in the whole middle of the city. It looked like a spaceship landed.
Yep.
He was like driving up like
Yep.
that joint looked like the damn like the Hall of Justice, like Batman and Superman about to come out of that joint, man.
I meant to tell you, Vern, get with me. My aunt, she lived not too far from you, and she works there.
Okay, say less. Say less, because the Falcons are gonna be interesting this year. So yeah, I will be hollering.
All right, bro, what you got?
Mine kind of has something to do with where you used to work at in Shellham Mall. So, you know, those ain't from Philly. Shellham Mall, it was a spot at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it had like all the dope stores. It had Foot Locker, City Blue. You know what I mean? All that type of shit. Had the arcade, the movie theater, you know what I'm saying? It was popping, and like it was 92, so I would always want to hang with my older cousins, and it was like, you know, the dudes around, the older dudes around the way with money you kind of look up to, you know what I'm saying? I just remember I had some money that my grandmother gave me, and I was able to go to the mall with my older cousins. Like, this is the first time I could like really go to the mall with them, and I remember the single. Remember they used to sell singles, the tapes. It was just a single, you know what I mean? The single that I bought was EPMD Crossover. You know what I mean? And I just remember it was a bull. He wasn't from my neighborhood. He was from like Mount Airy, like Wadsworth Avenue, that area. His name was Shay. And he was like one of them dudes we kind of looked up. The kids my age looked up to, you know what I'm saying? He had
When did Shay drive?
Gosh, I can't remember, man. Some nights Shay looked like a Philly dude with money back then. He just had that, the haircut, the clothes, you know what I'm saying?
I had a boy Shay I used to run with who lived on my block. He had a red Amigo, but that would have been the Amigo was like back in like 90, and you in 92. So
yeah. And cause my little cousin went to the babysitter around Wadsworth Avenue. So that's how I knew who he was. But long story short, like I got to hit the arcade up. You know what I'm saying? I'm going in the stores, and that was the first album, the first joint I bought like with my own money. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just remember it was EPMD, because that was my favorite song at that time. It was Crossover, and I got the last one, the last single, and I bought that. You know what I'm saying? But Kill will tell you, like Shellingham, like that was like that was especially for us up dudes from uptown. That was the spot, bro. Like everything was going on in Shellingham, man. Like girls, I can imagine working for a lot.
It was
very dangerous though, because the hood, yeah, neighborhoods, yeah.
Funny thing was, like I had three different aliases, my nigga. I had Rahman, I had Kill, and I had Kill. So I had 3 different name tags. So, and every day I would wear a different name tag. So if a joint said, "Oh, I mess with Kill," another joint may be like, "Oh, I mess with Rahman." So it never bumped heads. So I just had 3 different aliases, man. Yeah.
I couldn't imagine working in Foot Locker and Shellingham. Like I would have, man. That has to be a beautiful thing.
But then it was the crazy flip when niggas like JBM and them niggas would, and HRM and them niggas would come in. Like this nigga, yeah, like there's one nigga type. HRM was Hit and Run Mafia. JBM was Junior Black Mafia. These were like the 2 big gangs in our neighborhoods. And my man Tyke came in, and Tyke was like, yo, young boy, can you get a discount? I was like, nigga, just take them. Just take them, they yours. Like, you know, and dead ass. Like, I let just take them. And that was how, like, I was good. Like, Tyke would be like, yo, don't fuck with young boy. He good. Like, and that's why I never caught. Cheltenham Mall was so crazy. I lived 5 blocks away from it, and you could get robbed walking 5 blocks back to your crib. That's how crazy that mall was. You know what I mean? So, very dangerous.
Them niggas was tearing the city up. Oh my god, them 2 crews was tearing the city up.
For Roots fans, Malik B says HRM Bricktown Brickyard to holler. You know what I mean? He says it on episodes on his solo joint on Philadelphia. He says HRM. You know, niggas came to Rocket Little Rope Chain in West Oak Lane, and niggas from Logan came to X-Stort. You know the game. Like that was dangerous place, dangerous times. Right, what you got up next, bro?
All right, man. So I'm gonna give y'all my black college thing. Summer of '98, Belmar, New Jersey. If you know about the Philly Greek, you know about Belmar, New Jersey weekend. At this time, I'm riding GSXR 750. That's a motorcycle for those that do not know. That's my big ass.
You lift that up. That you lift up.
Yes, my big ass is on a bike. I used to get it in. At this time,
what are you, like 6'6"?
I'm 6'5".
All right.
That nigga 6'6", man. Hey, Kev, see, he came to Atlanta. I picked him up. I got a Q50. I pushed the seat far back as it goes to get in. I gotta find a video. I'm gonna send it to y'all. This nigga folded.
He actually took the video too.
Yeah, he folded himself into my car. It
was hilarious.
Yo, real talk. I had to fold. I'm a big guy. I'm an ex-hooper. I had to fold myself in the Burns car. Dead ass. So this is summer of '98, and I'm not a DMX fan at all. So if you've been to Belmar, you know how Asbury Park sits. Old Asbury Park has a boardwalk, and then it has a street. If you watch The Sopranos, that's exactly what it looks like. You got the boardwalk, and then you got nothing but just beach. So we show up, and I hear, yes, y'all. It's Redman. He's performing, and he's got the whole, and I'm like, oh shit! So I'm moving people out of my way. I got a book bag. I got Heineken's in my book bag. At this time, I'm a heavy weed smoker. I'm an athlete, so I do what I want, right? At this time. So I'm moving people. Yo, get the fuck out my way. Redman's done performing. He's on top of a speaker, and he's zooted out of his mind. And the next thing I know, I just hear, and I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Bro, I hear, do. It's about 5,000 people on this fucking boardwalk. You can't move. It's literally, as we say in the army, it's nut to butt to nut. You can't fucking move.
I apologize. What is this saying that you say in the army?
I know it.
When you in formation and you can't move, when I got soldiers and I gotta get them I gotta move them. Hey, butt the nut, nut the butt. Let's go. They got to get in formation. They know what they need to do.
There's just no other fucking saying that y'all could have fucking came up with.
Hey, bro.
Can't you say line up?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm a sergeant first class. When I get on the scene, pay the fuck attention. It's that simple. So regardless of what I say,
I know
nut the butt the nut.
Didn't say nut the butt.
Hey. I need to say something to get their fucking attention. I can't say
niggas get the fucking line. Say that, but not the butt.
Bro, I'm 6'5". I ain't got to speak like that.
Okay.
Not the
butt. I thought I was too old to say pause until this conversation.
Hey, I'll take that, CL. I'll take that.
Oh my god.
But anyway, he starts growling and he's not on stage. They're beating the fuck out of somebody who's trying to get on the stage. This person, I found out later, died from that beating. They beat the bejesus out this person. Don't know how or why. He starts growling. This motherfucker, come on! He's moving from left to fucking right, and he's going with the first joint on the album. He's going in album order. So I'm like, okay, because at this time I don't like X. I'm like, all right. I pull out two Heinekens out my book bag. It's a shorty I just happen to fucking know. She's like, oh shit, they call me Denny. She's like, Denny, what's up? Oh shit, yo, come on. I can't see. No problem. I put her on my shoulders and we moving through the joint. Dog. When that motherfucker started, yo, imagine being in the middle of 5,000 people and everyone knows the words to Rough Riders anthem and you don't.
I feel you, bro.
I looked around and these motherfuckers is going. And by the second verse, I'm in that bitch like, oh! That album has a special place in my heart because that was a dope summer for me. That was my summer going from my junior year or my sophomore year to my junior year in college. And that summer just solidified a lot of things for me. And that being able to do that with my friends who I grew up with, man. So I'm not a fan of any other album of DMX outside of the first album. I can care less. But that first album, I'll go to bat for it. I don't care who it is. But it's only because of the experience I had of watching him perform 5 or 6 joints off the album in the middle of summer in '98 at the Greek. Other than that,
on the bike.
I wasn't on the bike. My bike was parked down the block.
I'm saying, but you felt that energy.
Bro.
Yeah.
If you've never ridden a motorcycle before and you didn't ride in the late '90s when Rough Riders and just motorcycle culture was a thing, you'll never understand it. You will never understand being on Delaware Ave when they had the medians before the medians was put up. And Allen Iverson pulls up with 5 Bentleys and parks them bitches in front of Bahama Bay and shuts the whole fucking block down. And you at Club McDonald's. You'll never understand that shit. You'll never understand Club McDonald's, Palmer's, Club Mobile. Yeah. You'll never understand that shit. You just have... Kill, you understand. You from Philly. I'm from Jersey. I'm right across the bridge. You had to be there. You had to be there. If you weren't there, you will never understand the feeling on a Friday night in the summer when you knew you was about to go across that bridge and hit up Delaware Ave and park your bike at the Mobile on Strawberry Mansion in Delaware Ave. You'll never understand that shit. And go park out front of Gotham and just fucking chill all night. 5, 6 in the morning.
Jesus Christ.
You'll never understand that shit.
This going back.
This nigga talking now. Golly.
Here's the craziest shit about the whole thing. My OGs were the DJs. Jay Ski, Greg Nitty, You'll never understand that shit. So I could leave my bike and go inside the fucking club and come back out. Like it was something that at 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, I'm going to say this now, I probably should not have been exposed to, but there was so much shit going on in that city. I can't explain it. I can't explain it. You had to be there. Don't be outside of Palmer's and Transit on the night that the Sixers played and AI gonna pop up on you. You can't. If you're not from that era or you're not from that space, it's just like how Kel know Jamaican Ave, Jamaican clubs, bruh.
No doubt.
It's a situation where, like, when we talk about this stuff, you can go back and forth with Kill on a Monday at 2:00. It does not fucking matter. If you were not there, this ain't shit you can tell nobody on this panel. There's nothing you can tell us at all. You can't speak to it. So just watch, pay attention, listen to the podcast, and learn some shit.
I see who's coming for the collection plate this week. Coming for the times.
Hey, man.
Come on, man.
You make me
Listen,
Go ahead,
that AI Philly era was something different. When I tell you, that shit was something.
Or Fridays on City Line Avenue. Or the Fridays.
I was gonna say I was even gonna say that, kid.
Yeah,
He used to have the Bentley outside of Fridays, and that's all the time.
Shut
and
that bitch down. That was his spot. That was his
and that's
spot.
what I love about AI. That nigga had Fridays. That nigga ain't at Roof Chris or something. That nigga on Fridays on City Line Avenue.
But you know what, Kill? That tells you how much of regular people we were that you didn't have to go to no Roof Chris. We're gonna be on our own regular shit. A fucking Fridays, an Applebee's.
Yeah.
To go turn that joint. Right. Everybody now want to go spend $400-500. Nigga, we spending $30 in the joint and we gonna have a ball.
Talk about
Man, we was Jack Daniel's chicken and shrimp out that motherfucker.
Man, listen, I don't eat Jack Daniel's shrimp this day because I've had so much.
You ain't never lied.
That is how simple life was at that time.
But you know, here's another funny thing, Breck, about simplicity. When Chad is talking about the Camrys with the new bodies, Camrys was the shits back in the day. You know what I mean? Like I remember when the Camrys, like probably like in '90, had the coupes. When they had the Camry coupes, and that was fire. Like you know what I mean? Like so again. Young boys listening to it now like a Camry. Like, nigga, what you all hype about? Like, Camry used to be this shit. Like, now we have this thing that's on Twitter, like, where would y'all have to eat? Red Lobster, Fridays, Applebee's, or Olive Garden? Nigga, those was the shits. What? You took a shorty to Red Lobster 93, nigga. You wanted to marry her, nigga.
Funny story. I had a shorty that went to Morgan in '96. Y'all had graduated by this time, but it was her freshman year, and that's how I found out how dummy Morgan got. I said, "Oh, okay, this shit, wow." I didn't know. I went up there before basketball season started, and I was like, "Yo, this shit crazy."
We was at Morgan during the Wire era.
Yeah.
I was at Coppin in the Wire. How about that?
In the Wire.
Right. Yeah, you were no doubt.
What you gonna say, Bird?
No, what was I gonna say?
I was talking about Fridays, Applebee's.
Man, do people understand how expensive Red Lobster still is? I went there a couple of years ago. I was like, man, I might as well go to Atlanta. If I'm gonna pay $70 or $80 for me and my wife, I'm gonna just go to a legitimate. You know,
He said a legitimate. This nigga said a legitimate place of business. If I'm gonna drop $90, I might as well drop it somewhere where it's.
Yeah, these motherfuckers don't know, man. They get endless shrimp at Red Lobster. You like, oh, that you in there? Hours.
Shit, man. I make good money, and when me and Cece endless shrimp at Red Lobster, we going? Okay, let's go. Like, nigga, shit.
Word.
All right. The last joint I got, summer '91, man. Rel's talking about his first shot. I just got my first shot. You know, I'm in love with my girlfriend. I'm head over heels in love. We're in that Black X era. So my mom had like this Kente Cloth book bag that I used to rock. And my man had told me, I don't know if y'all remember with pay-per-view, like it would be like the cable box was connected to the phone jack. So my man said, yo, if you want to rent a movie like WrestleMania or something like that, you can rent it, just unplug the phone jack, it's good. So I do that shit. And so what happens when the cable bill comes in, I open it and I'm like, damn, it ain't working. And I throw it in the bag. I'm not trying to hide it from my mom. You know, I'll pay the bill or whatever. And then I leave my book bag. So I come home and she's livid. Yo, you're going through the mail. Woo, 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 woo. Yo, you on punishment for the rest of the summer. Nigga, the rest of the summer. And I just got some. Like last week, nigga, no. No. I'm not on punishment for the rest of the summer. Yo, I don't know why I did this. I took my CD player, like, and this is back in the day when people watching, I can't turn the camera around. You had the stack thing. So you had like a receiver, a tape deck, and a CD player. Like it was stacked. Right. You know, we didn't get the bookcase systems till like 93, 94 when you could get the whole little Iowa bookcase. So my CD player, so I unhook my CD player and I take it with me. And my mom is like, yo, you coming to all my jazz rehearsals with me this entire summer? I'm like, yep, I am. I'm just go downstairs and wash some clothes. And I start the washing machine so she can't hear me. Yo, I sneak out the back door and I'm the fuck out. I'm going. It's a me and a CD player. I don't know why I took the CD player. It ain't no speakers to it. It's absolutely nothing. I take the CD player. I'm out and I stay with my grandmother down 65th and Old. And my mom was like, yo, come home. I was like, I was such an asshole. Like I've apologized to my mom for the shit that I did to her because I really was an asshole as a kid. And she like came to my grandmother's house, was like, yo, come home. And I was like, no. If I come home, I'm just gonna run away again, and you're gonna be wasting gas coming to get me. So it is what it is, you know. So that summer, I lived with my grandmother, who of course couldn't control me at all. So I'm basically living with my man Sean, who's like older than me. And all this story to say is that Sean was like a dread dude. You know how like special ed dancers, the safari, the dudes with the locks, but like that was him. And I'm 15, 16, he's 18, 19. And I'm staying with him. And all he's playing that summer is Lenny Kravitz's Mama Said album. So that is why, and for people who know me, Lenny Kravitz is my favorite artist walking the planet Earth. If you want to fucking give me a birthday present, get me tickets to see Lenny Kravitz. I'll be at the top of the stadium. I don't even care. Just, I love Lenny Kravitz. So that album, whenever I hear that album, It Ain't Over Till It's Over, anything off that album just reminds me of that summer. And just the great memories it was, because it was a crazy fucking summer, man. It was a wild summer because I'm in a whole nother neighborhood. 65th and Ogons is not 79th and Ogons. It's two totally different worlds down there. You know what I mean? But it was a beautiful summer. Now, one stitch of beef, nothing, just beautiful time. Just a great time. JR, what you got up for your last one?
My last one is I Gotta Go to Mary when we got What's the 411. And it takes me back to the year 92. That's when I really became a music head for real. That's when it started. And when I got to see my mom and dad connect on one album. Because my mom is, again, y'all know, is a soul head and my dad is hip hop. So for them to hear this and they both like it, it was like, oh, he like this and she like this. And it worked. And from that moment, that's why Mary's really my favorite artist, because that was my childhood. My dad was hip hop, my mom was R&B, so put it together. Mary comes with What's the 411. She's become my favorite artist, still is, as y'all can see. And that's just what it is. So What's the 411 just takes me back to 1992. It was just, you know, when I really got into music for myself, because I saw my parents connect on one album. And that's why Mary is very important to me.
That's dope. Kel, what you got up for your last joint?
So I'm with JR, 92. So now, Kel, now we have Morgan. So I'm kind of feel like burning a little bit with the, I didn't go to orientation, more of an orientation like you guys and stuff like that. So I came down for the day to do my classes. I get on campus, people blasting, the Jodeci, Come and Talk to Me remix.
Right.
Right. My parents were like, no, we gotta go. We gotta leave. We gotta go back to New York. I'm like, what? No, I want to stay. So fast forward to the week before school starts. We were all moving in the dorms and stuff like that. Again, people just on campus playing music. People playing Grand Puba. What goes around. I hear crossover EPMD. I mean, just everybody's radios, just walking around campus and stuff. Just, I mean, that environment is just like, just took over. It's unreal. It's unreal.
It was crazy because I remember at freshman orientation, somebody was banging Brothers from Brentwood, Long Island, the EPMD, which was the B side of crossover, but it wasn't on the album.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I just remember hearing that, like, yo, what's that? Like, yo, that's it was that whole, like you said, everybody's just blasting something different. You know what I mean? God, such good times. Such good times, man. Chad, what you got for your last one, good brother?
All right, so I got to cheat with a quick honorable mention because you mentioned Mary J. Blige.
Hey, we call cheating with Jodeci niggas. Jodeci niggas is like, boys niggas do exactly what you ask them to do. You get 5, you get 5. Jodeci niggas, nah, nigga, I ain't taking off my fucking shoes when I come to your house, nigga. I'm kicking them on. So okay. The other Jodeci ain't here today, so please take her place, man.
Oh, that's a fact. All right, that's what it is. That's what it's good. So, Mary J. Blige performed at the Urban Day concert. And she did Every Day It Rains.
Yeah.
And Every Day It Rains. And it rained that day. And Mary had dudes, including me, standing on chairs in the garden, twisting their umbrellas with the. Stop it. That was. That was ridiculous. That was ridiculous. But the other song, the one I was gonna go with was really Warning by Big. Right now, not really. Now, if you know, when Big, when they used to do their tour, they used to come out to Warning, and Puff will come out doing right. But it was the travel up, so it was just I'm gonna say 95. I'm trying to remember, right? But there was a show at Newark Symphony Hall. A friend of mine was cool with, I think Lays was like MOP's manager, something. I forgot his name. Yeah. Right. So a friend of mine knew him, so we was backstage with MOP, with Teflon, Norm, right? And they didn't smoke because they was all either on a bracelet, probation, or something. So, but they was drinkers, right? I had never seen, like, they took the Heineken, they would drink the Heineken halfway down, fill it with Henny, and then chug it. I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
God. Yo, Ralph's face just shot up like, what?
Yo, that's when I seen Billy Dan's scar. Billy Dan's had the scars, and I was like, yo, these is like real dudes. I need to really get out of here. Right? But
this is the chick you bring home who's cool with banging that Henny up. Like, let me get out of here. I need to. It's real dangerous right now. I think she about to work me right now. Like, I'm about to be sexually assaulted right now.
So, Vern, you was talking about how Rec had to fold into your car, right? So I rode from Baltimore to Newark in the hatchback part of the Integra.
Whoa! I'm from South Jersey. My wife is from Newark. Irvine Turner. You told it from
Baltimore to Newark.
Newark?
Yo, you basically
But they
on the trunk.
That's the trunk of the Acura.
So it was the two dudes right here, and I'm here. But I mean, and this was like, this was when I thought I was doing something, right? I was putting in work, whatever, had a little money, something. But these was my OGs, and so I was like, I was a son. You know what I mean? So I was like, they was like, yo, you want to go or not? And I'm like, bet we going to chill with MOP. We had went to if I think if it was Lay's, so we had went to Lay's crib in West, like on the water, like West New York or something like that, one of those luxury buildings, and that was the first time I saw marble floors. I thought it was just something that didn't even exist, especially not in an apartment. So like the whole experience, it was like crazy, but my back still hurt from that shit.
He went up in the hatchback. Yo, like I said, you basically rode in the trunk of a car. Like, this nigga was like
rode up in the
body in the trunk of the car.
Wow, that's like 3 hours.
Yeah.
Well, but it was a red Integra, so we really probably got there in like 2 hours. Like we was going light speed.
He said the red Integras go faster than the black.
Yeah, the red Integras went faster.
It was a red.
It was that, but it was like that was the first time I seen Big perform and all that. So when I hear Warning, I think of that whole experience. Like that was crazy.
That's
yeah,
man.
Oh, and that's when they had the 5001 flavors.
Oh,
like,
the joint Big used to wear.
The leather company. Yeah. The 5001 flavors. They had all of that. So so that was
crazy.
Do your back hurt like when it rained? Like when you hear Warning and shit?
I mean, like everything hurt when it rained.
Yo, it's so funny, man. And again, the one thing I do say, it's a gift and curse with everything. And these cell phones are a huge curse to a lot of our kids. A lot of folk our age too. Shit, y'all. People be acting like they don't be having fucking midlife crisis because everybody be, why ain't I on vacation? Or there's a lot of niggas. Whenever people take a social media break, I be checking like, yo, you good? Like, because when people take social media breaks, usually 9 times out of 10, either you got caught cheating or you depressed as fuck. Like, it's usually those two things. So, like, I'll check in. Like, seriously, one of my homegirls, I was like, yo, I'm trying to tag you. She's like, yeah, I got on for a minute. I'm like, you good? And it was like, nah. Like, so I always try to check in with people like that. But the one thing is with the gift is you always have a camera. Like, all these stories I'm thinking about when Rel's talking about Shannon Mall, I'm like, damn, I wish I had pictures. You know what I mean? I wish I had pictures of when the arcade was down at the bottom of the mall by the Mimos before it was up at the top of the mall by the movie theater. I wish I had pictures, or we have no videos of 889, like none.
I was
because back in those days, you only thing you had was the big joint, and only people on campus. Kelvin Chow will tell you, it was my man Cisco, he would record, and my man Steve and O'Neal. So it was only like 3 people on the entire campus who filmed everything. But if we had a camera back then, dog, we'd have so much footage, it'd be crazy. We
used to tell them to turn it off.
Right. Like that. That was back then. I remember when Cisco was trying to do like a reality show, and we'd be like, yo, it would start so many fights because it'd be like, nigga, you don't talk to me like that any other motherfucking way. You just saying that because the camera on. And like you said, it constantly would be turn it off. Like
he caught it a couple times for real.
Yeah,
he caught it a couple times.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. What's up, bro?
I got a caveat, man. We didn't think like that.
No, because we remember everything. Like think about how many pictures are in your phone that you never gonna look at again. But the pictures in your head.
Yeah,
that's true.
So I'm gonna say this: the people who filmed, they filmed, and it was understood. Like CL said, yo, somebody, like you said, kill somebody and start talking reckless just because the camera on. But we come from an era as to where the memories are priceless.
Yes, it is.
No, I agree with you, and I'm not saying that the memories aren't priceless. And I mean,
I know.
I have pictures. I mean, I have lots of pictures from Morgan, but again, this is that time when you had to take the picture, you had to get it developed, you had to pay to get it developed. There was a process again with the pictures. But again, to me, the gift would have been not with people fronting, but just like, again, I was on 889 for 9 years, and we got 0 video footage of that. You know what I mean?
Long time.
That's a long time, and not to have any of those footage. Like we have nothing. Because if you weren't either getting Cisco or Steve and O'Neal to come up and videotape, and they were videotaping parties. That was their thing. So our parties were Friday and Saturday night. I'm on the air from Friday from midnight to 5 a.m. So again, if there's only 2 video niggas all on campus,
right,
they at the party doing their thing.
I see what you're saying. That's just like if somebody pull up talking about they're a DJ, but they don't got no turntables. That's how the era was.
Right. So I'm just saying the good thing is, we're able. Now the negative is with women, they want to look at every picture. See, back in the day, you just took a picture and you ain't know what the hell you look like, and then you just got mad. Now you got to spend 20 minutes taking the same picture over and over again because I don't like that one. Try again. Oh, I don't like that one. Try again. Oh no, let's try this. Hold the phone up. Okay. Like, so I do miss the old days of nigga. You just gonna take a picture and you'll see what it looked like in 30 days. Like a picture was like a bill. Like
word.
The first month, you'll get the bill the next month. Like take this picture in April, you'll see that nigga in May. Like You know what I mean? But yeah. But
Oh, I'm sorry. So you talking about like there's no pictures of back in the day. My wife liked to tell the story about how she used to do wheelies when she was a kid, right? but it's like I wouldn't believe it, but when she demonstrated, she tilted the wheel like she did it like that. So I said,
right. So it's legit.
So I know she was legit, right? That's one of them stories. If she didn't turn the wheel like that, I was like, all right, you know how to do a wheelie for real.
Right. Bro, what you got for your last joint?
2008. I told y'all about our broke vacation. This is my first ballerific vacation as a family, man. So we booked a cruise to go out of Miami to Grand Cayman, Bahamas, and Jamaica, something like that. So I was like, man, I want to leave now. So we flew into Doral like 2 days ahead of the time. It's 4th of July weekend, as a matter of fact. Stayed up to Doral Resort, played golf the same place with Tiger Woods played. But the song that burns all this in, because we had a ball. I remember we were gonna go parasailing, but it was too windy. So we walking on the beach and passing the Ritz-Carlton on the beach. I was like, that's Shaq. My wife's like, no, that's not. I was like, that's Shaq. He blocking the sun. That's Shaq. We got up on him. That's Shaq. What's up? What's up, man? What's up? But anyway, the song. So I rented a PT Cruiser when we was in Doral, Miami, and driving to take it back to the rental car place. That Rick Ross. Here I am. I got a bunch of dollars I spent on her.
I don't even know what song did you just sing.
Yeah, I know exactly what song it is.
Yeah,
I know a song.
Exactly what song it is.
Rick Ross and Nelly.
Nelly on that joint.
Every song, yeah.
And Avery Storm is singing the hook.
Yeah, Avery Storm. I got a bunch of dollars I can spend them on her, and I have some money. So I'm like, yeah, because I remember that motel vacation, and this one was different. So that song reminds me of that.
That's dope. Bro, what you got up next, bro?
All right, so my last one. If anybody on the show right now got daughters or whatever, you know how important like the daddy-daughter days are. The daddy-daughter trips to the mall or going, you know what I'm saying, where it's just you and your daughter, y'all, and she's of age where y'all can like vibe out. She's not a baby, but she's of age where y'all can vibe out. It's funny, the song was a good 12 years old by the time me and my daughter, I was taking her to the mall. It was one of the first times where she really really got my pockets, she, you know what I mean? When I took her back home, my mom was like, "Oh yeah, she got you real good." You know what I'm saying? But the song was "Ask of You," Raphael Sadiq off of the My Bad, JR. I spoke about this on your show a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my favorite R&B songs ever. So out playing it, and my daughter's name is Asia. In that song, he says, "I love you, Deja." But she kind of, as a kid, she's like, "Oh, so that was our little connection with that song." And I just remember the first time we were going to the mall, and it was one of those special daddy-daughter days where, we went out to eat, you know what I mean, went to the mall, spent up all my money, you know what I'm saying, and vibed out. But that was the song, it took like for a long time, that was like our song, because she thought it was saying Asia, but it was really saying Deja from the movie, from what was it, Higher Learning, right? Yeah, right. So yeah, that's my last one. Asking you.
All right, Rec, what you got up?
That's dope, bro. I'm having those moments with my 12-year-old.
Man, save her on, bro.
That's what's up.
Hey, listen, broke my pockets this past weekend.
Hey.
Kill mine in college. Kill, you about to experience that, so.
Oh yeah, I've already.
God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you.
I lucked out, so I'm good. I'm gonna go junior year going into senior year of college. I'm at this time I'm trying to work to get some contracts to go overseas. and I'm being told that I'm too aggressive and I need to mellow out as just a player, because I'm elbowing niggas. I'm doing all kind of just Anthony Mason shit as a two guard. And
you was playing the 2 at 6'5"?
I'm a two guard.
Yeah, that ain't real.
See that?
Listen, let me explain something to you. Let me explain something.
No,
to you.
I mean I get it in the league, but I mean a 6'5" nigga in the hood, you playing center. You
No. Let me explain something to you. My center was a 6'11" transfer from Wake Forest because he could not get no burn behind Timmy D.
Damn.
Playing the guard spot all day. I'm a combo guard. I can play 1 to 2, and if you got to slide me down to the 3, I'm going to the rack. And you're gonna throw me to the ground, but I'm gonna go to the free throw line and I'm gonna sink all 2 of them bitches.
Okay, Nick Anderson, I hear you.
No. Ain't no Nick Anderson over here. How the young boys say? How the young boys be like this? I sink my free throws. Anyway, I'm dealing with this shorty at the time, and she got me on my Malcolm X, my mellowed out, just reading. I start fasting. I'm doing all kind of just nutty shit that I'm not used to. Yeah, y'all let you know. Anyway, like Water for Chocolate is the soundtrack of that year, and the Knob Tromper joint, bro. When I hear that shit, I have to not go back to that time frame because it just put me in a totally different space as far as just being mellowed out. By nature, I'm an aggressive, just loud person. It's just what I am. But that album just mellowed me out for that year, and it probably was one of the best years leading into just how I am now of my life. It set a lot of foundation for what I'm doing now and just how I am. So, like Water for Chocolate, like we clown Common for the shit that came after that, but that album,
oh yeah, like Water for Chocolate.
Yeah, I'll fight you. I don't think
Comm gets enough respect for Resurrection, One Day It'll All Make Sense, and like Water for
Chocolate.
No,
he does
those
not.
Three albums, that three album was really great.
He does not. It's funny because like that album, like Shorty had me in the middle of Wilmington, Delaware, doing the motherfucking go-go dance to Love Is. I ain't give a fuck. I'm in that mug.
Bro, you was 2 months away. You was 2 months away from wearing a plaid sweater, talking to deaf women in the
Facts. I absolutely was. I cannot sugarcoat it. I absolutely was.
That was some good box, huh?
Bro, we're not gonna have that conversation.
I want to know the BPM range. What's your BPM range, right?
Yeah, about 175.
Hey,
Hey,
this nigga fucking.
This nigga fucking the Planet Rock by Africa Bill.
Hey, Rick, you was out there like this?
Yes. Absolutely. But I got put onto a whole nother vibe of shit that kind of just keeps me where I'm at now as far as just a mellow. I didn't understand that I had that space to be in because I always was like go time, and it just kind of kept me even killed. So now I know how to be as opposed to just always trying to just be 6'5" in front of your face, wanting to choke you the fuck out. It was a problem. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It was a problem. It was an absolute problem. And I used to talk hella shit. And my dad loved it. That was the crazy part. Being a kid from a divorced family, my father never got to really see me play coming up. He got to see me in college. So he loved that shit. He loved it. Yeah, yo, talk that shit. I'm like, I can't. I'm tired.
I feel you.
She mellowed me out, man.
Anybody got any extra joints?
I'll do a combo platter of it was a free concert at Centennial Olympic Park. Van Hunt opened and Kanye, college dropout era Kanye, before it even blew up, closed it. And like my daughter was 5. And I remember Jesus Walk came on, I had it on my shoulders and we were doing boom, 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 boom. So So yeah, I remember that, man. It was, it was a gang of people, and I think that's one of the reasons why I don't like to be in crowds now, because I'm having fun with my daughter and my family, but I'm also thinking like, all right, if something jump off, I got to do this or do that or whatever. But yeah, that's the one.
All right. Real quick, I got a couple. Mary J and Lil Kim, I Can Love You. I don't know why we were playing this so much when I graduated from Oregon. I have no idea how this just got played all weekend, but I love Lil Kim's verse to this day. Boys II Men's Coolie High Harmony reminds me of my junior prom and the SAT. I was so stressed the fuck out to take the SAT. Like, it ruined my life. Like, just knowing it was coming, I was like, oh my God. And the pressure of it being like, yo, this is what I never understood about SATs. If I'm still gonna pay you, who cares if I pass or not? Like, I'm still paying you your money. Like,
You got a point there.
what does it matter? Like, if I get a 740, I can't go pay you. But if I get a 750, I can. Like, what the fuck? Like, I never understood that. But, and I'm like Ricky on Boys in the Hood. I got a 760. I needed a 750 to get into Morgan. I got a 760. Like, my mother was so happy she called the school. Like, get that nigga out of class and get him down to the office. I can't even wait to tell this nigga when he get home. He got to know right now the second. Alcoholics 21 and over. I always say 93 Greek Picnic. We thinking we just gonna pop in this. I got an advance from 889. I thought I was gonna pop it in, just listen real quick and pop it back out. We listened to that thing the whole weekend. We never took it the hell out. Biz going off when Nate first came home from the hospital. We do bath time. I would always play Biz. It was PG-13 hip hop to me. So going off is always that. Big Daddy Kane, it's a Big Daddy thing. Craig G, that's more like it. Both their sophomore albums remind me of Learning to Drive. Coms B, I was on Cancun with T while she was pregnant. Slum Village Players reminds me of 889. We may have played Slum Village Players more than any song in the history of that. And Kid and Plays Getting Funky just reminds me of coming home from school every day and just wanting to watch Rap City and just see what the new video was going to be, what the dance step was going to be, and everything like that. So some of our dopest memories. What's up, Rap?
You gave me one, man. I'm surprised I didn't think about this. My son cried a lot when he first came home. Innervisions kept him quiet. I used to take him on car rides. And we used to play Innervisions. And
Shout out to my Binti.
Bro, it's weird because he likes songs off that album, and I haven't played it for him since he was a baby. But just playing shit, he's like, yo, this alright. I'm like, oh shit. Like, I look at him weird, like. But yo, I'm surprised I didn't put that. But thank you.
That's what's up. That's what's up. That's what's up. Vern, where can they get at you, good brother?
And Instagram, V the Lone Closer, and on Twitter, V Chandler 10.
For someone watching for the first time, Vern, why do they call you the closer?
Because I close loans. In the last since 2016, I've helped like 1,010, 1,015 families get into a home. That's just in that time frame. I'm humble. I'm grateful, that people entrust such a large situation with me, and I want to help you, your cousins, your friends, and your enemies. If you're in Georgia, South Carolina, North Carolina, or Alabama, I got you.
This nigga just said, I'll help your ops. That nigga don't. I will help your ops. Nigga. Right. It don't matter. Rel, where can they get at you, good brother?
Uptown Rel 215 on the gram. JBen 215 on Twitter. Rec 1. When you get that mic and finish that for me, let me know. I got to turn track listening to my man Czar Hill for the cover, so I'm waiting.
I'm on. What are you working on, good brother?
Oh yeah. My album called Caught in the Moment. You know what I'm saying? I had to get a new MacBook, so it kind of pushed me back a little bit, but I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Features is what I'm waiting on. So, yeah.
I got you. All right. But with this new AI, man, you can fucking have Jay-Z, Drake, J. Cole, have anybody you want on the damn album.
That's shit right there. Yeah, that shit is nutty.
Wow, man. Wow.
That shit
Hey,
nutty.
have the Weeknd do your chorus for you, man. You can have whatever you want on your whole album. Be featuring, be a game album. Rel featuring everybody. Every track. Rel featuring Jay-Z. Rel featuring Kanye West. Rel featuring sung by the Weeknd. Rel, Stevie Wonder on there. Like everybody gonna be on Rel album.
Relevant court.
Where can they get at you, man? Right, where can they get at you?
Oh shit, my bad. Mondays 9:15 Eastern Standard Time on Twitch. We do the Foundation. It's just nothing but nostalgia and good music. Tap in.
No doubt.
Twitter is all caps at DJ Rec 1, the number 1. Instagram is DJ Rec 1, lowercase. We got some shit with Rel coming up. I'm holding the project up. I got it though. I got it.
These two fucking Batman and Robin ass niggas on a secret. Where's the Batcave at? That they got going on. It's like, yeah, bro, you know the Batcave is over there by. Hold
on. I got more shit. I got a joint coming out with fucking Vegas. In a couple of weeks, matter of fact, too. I did the whole joint, so I got production on the whole. It's like an EP. It's like 7 joints.
All right.
So that comes out in a couple of weeks. I'm probably gonna start playing a couple joints on the Twitch shows. That's what I really want to do. I wanted to start playing people's shit. It's my fucking show. Why not? Yeah. So I just want to start playing people's shit.
JR, what do you have going on, good brother?
Me and Elise R&B representatives. Our newest episode is we did with Donnell Jones. We talked about Where I Want to Be, which was dope as hell. We got some things coming which I can't speak on yet, but
no. What can I do?
No, wait a minute. Rel and Rec, y'all got some shit, and you gonna come at me?
I'm just saying, where can I find this episode, my nigga?
What? Oh, it's up now. It's up now.
Episode.
What? YouTube?
Yeah.
All right, say that.
Yeah. I was about to say, go to YouTube at rnbreps.com. You can go to our website, rnbreps.com, and everything is there. Our YouTube channel is there, all that good stuff. So, yeah, we got some stuff in store. Can't wait for y'all to see it.
You know what, bro? I was thinking the other day, you and Elise need to do like a live show on a Wednesday.
That's when she works.
Okay.
That's a work day.
Because I was gonna say the vibe of Rex show on Monday leads into the Twitter Spaces on Tuesday, which could lead into like
we were thinking about that. We were. But she said she's gonna try to get off on and work on Thursday and be off on Wednesday, so we can do that. So we can lead into that.
JR,
we was thinking about that too.
Call me, JR.
Right.
Guys,
Cal, where can they get at you, good brother?
Releasing on Twitter, Kelvin Davis Sr. On IG, Big Kel.
Chad, I know you're only on Twitter because it took us 30 years to find you. So I don't even know how to ask or where to ask. Where can the people get at CL, the man who rode from Baltimore to Newark in an Integra trunk, who got a free round trip to fucking Atlanta off of Biggie's Dreams and won an Albee Shore fucking off on your own contest on a boat and want to walk, man. We got to find more out about you, man. Where can they get at you, man?
My resume's kind of ill, huh?
Exactly, bro. That's the one show. That's the one show.
I'm easing outside, so they gotta get me through you right now.
I'm
easing outside. We'll build. We're gonna build.
All right, no doubt.
I was trying to
please. What you said, Cal?
I was gonna say, chat. I was trying to catch you at the Morgan game in Newark. They said you were sitting in the stands. I'm walking aisle up in the aisle trying to find you. They're like, nah, he ain't here no more. I'm like,
yo, I'm telling y'all, when we were saying no one can find him, it literally was like that. Yo, Chad's over there. It's like, word, okay, where? He ain't here no more. Like, this nigga is like a new. I didn't know. I thought you, honestly, the guy, like, I thought, like, you was in witness protection or some shit. Like, cause
Oh God.
like
it was a long life, bro. I had to force witness.
I feel you, bro.
Yo, you know
I'm like, everybody else at Morgan we done seen, we done heard from, but this one dude, like, and then it just pop up on Twitter. But it's a blessing. This can't be your last time you chop it up with us. You already know what it is with me. Kill889, Twitter, IG. Got so much good stuff coming up. Amir's new album, I'm on that. Trey Lee's new album, we're recording for that. So just a lot of good dope stuff. Profit with Ev, we're in Chicago in 2 weeks. We're in LA in September. We're back in Chicago. It's becoming a great year. So
Cheesesteak show.
Oh, how did I forget? Me and Rel and Gadget from Scratch Magazine are doing a cheesesteak show called Philadelphia Steak Life. It is a salute to the Philadelphia Half-Life, which to me is the album that when I was at Morgan finally made New York niggas be like, yo, y'all Philly niggas can rhyme. Like, again, now we've had Beans, Young Chris, Cassidy, all of them and all that. Prior to that, it was always everybody feeling like they had to prove themselves to New York. You know what I mean? And even my New York niggas was on Philadelphia Half-Life was like, yo, this nigga thought it's nice. You know what I mean? So Philadelphia Steak Life, 3 boys from Philly reviewing cheesesteaks. We're going to all places. Anywhere that somebody says they got a dope cheesesteak, we're going to break down the importance of cheesesteaks. Why it's so important in the Philly culture? What makes a Philly cheesesteaks? What are the top 5 attributes? What are you even looking for? Man, niggas tell me, yo, I was at Ishkabibbles. I'm like, nigga, I'm only going to Ishkabibbles if I'm on 5th and South, and I don't want to move from 5th and South to get a cheesesteak. So again, you know, people like, yo, I went to Pat's. I'm like, why, nigga? Why would you do that to yourself? You know, like, you know, love yourself better. So again, this is going to be a show that's going to give you love, give you life. It's going to help you understand why we take these cheesesteaks so serious. You know what I mean?
What's the spot we got to line out outside?
Oh God, there's so many of them. I mean, on South Street it used to be Gems before it burned down.
No, not in South. It's more in the hood. Like
you talk about
Max's.
And it's cash. And it's cash only.
Yeah, Max's. It blew up after Creed. That's where Shorty took Michael B. Jordan to in Creed. And ever since then, you go to Max. I used to go to Max on a Thursday night at midnight. There's nobody in there. You go to Max on Thursday night at midnight. It's a line outside, and you are in North Philadelphia. So whenever people ask me about where to go,
they just dropped the red top.
Yeah, I never send them to Max's if you with your family because I don't want to put nobody in harm.
How far north are we talking?
There's a nigga outside
at Broadenary or Broadenary.
Shit, out your motherfucking mind. I'm cool.
Right.
There's a nigga outside of Max's that sell you sneakers, a goldfish, pit bull puppy,
and your
white
own
tea.
shit back.
And if you got robbed while you was in Philly, this is where you can also buy your stuff back, like Chad said. But we are gonna be doing that. And the great thing about Philly, I always tell people, everybody's hood has enough spots for themselves. You know, so there are a lot of spots that people are gonna be telling us about that me and Rel haven't been to that we're gonna go and check out and do everything like that. So Philadelphia Steak Life coming. Shout out to Gad, the Scratch Magazine, who's gonna be part of that too. So yeah, we will catch y'all next week, y'all. Good looking.